Hey everybody, welcome to Circle of Iron, where we get a panel of guests to dissect a movie. We're going to go shot by shot, ish, and we're going to talk about this awesome 10 out of 10 masterpiece called Hardware, directed by Richard Stanley. And I think I own, I'm going to check, I have to check. I believe I own every single Richard Stanley thing that he's ever done. So this movie is from 1990. We covered it on Tuesday Night Terrorvision, which was hosted by my friend Pete from Wrestling with Horror. So we covered this movie about a month ago. And on that stream, we're very casual. We just kind of discussed the movie in very loose terms. On Circle of Iron, we kind of dissect it a little bit more and get a little bit more into the nitty gritty of it. So we're going to do that tonight. Let's talk about what's coming up, though. Tomorrow night is Earth's Mightiest Mondays, where we talk about 4 Avengers comics. We got the Grim Reaper, we got Ultron, and Ant-Man goes crazy and attacks the Avengers. That's all tomorrow. These are great issues, especially Iron Man fighting Hercules. That was badass. And the Grim Reaper is just awesome. So that's going to be tomorrow night on Earth's Mightiest Monday, same time as right now. Tuesday Night Television this week, we're talking about Tobe Hooper's The Funhouse. This is basically Texas Chainsaw Massacre Funhouse edition. They're both the same movie. But so whatever location you think is cooler is the movie you're going to like more. They both have a crazy family. They both have a big mutated weird guy who's like kind of the muscle. He's a bit simple. There's like the 4, stoner characters or whatever, except of going to the farmhouse, they go to the funhouse. It even starts with F, so that's how close it is. The same thing, but this is a great movie. I got the 4K on it. It looks awesome on 4K, so I'll just let you know right there as a tip. Wednesday in the War Room, we're talking about The Rock, the probably least annoying Michael Bay movie, though there is annoying parts to it. But this is probably the least annoying Michael Bay movie, I think. I don't know. We can see what the panel thinks. There is still Bayisms, so don't worry about that. There's a lot of dumb dialogue that pops in every so often just to piss you off. But otherwise, it's pretty solid. We're going to talk about it on Wednesday night in the War Room. That's on the Action Elite, so make sure you guys are subscribed to the Action Elite. Thursday, I'm taking the night off because reasons. I'm playing Spelljammer, actually, on Thursday night. But Friday night, of course, I'm back for Fantastic Fridays, the High Evolutionary taking on Galactus. And you get to see the Impossible Man. Yeah, Impossible Man's great. And Sandman and the Frightful Four, looks like they're there, the Wizard and Paste Pot Pete, or the Trapster as they're calling him now. All of them return on Friday for Fantastic Fridays, so make sure you're there for that. That's the flagship, and I know there's a lot of people that love that stream, so make sure you're there. Let's talk about the Super Friends. These are the channel members. I know I got 5 more members the other day. I haven't had time to add them. I'll add you guys once the month concludes and it goes into the next month. But for the Super Friends that I have right now, let me thank them. Dan, Sean, Steven, Brennan, Mark D, RR, Philip Story, DJ3, Digger Jim, Quagnar, Just Joe, GT James, The Backseater, and Rogues. And we always thank Clobbering Times. He would hate this movie and never want to watch it, but we're going to thank him anyway because he's a good guy and he's our super friend anyway. So we thank Clobbering Times no matter what. All right, Sean can't make it tonight. He's got better things to do than to talk to you guys. But we're going to bring in, I guess, our co-host now on Fantastic Fridays and on a lot of the other streams. So let's bring him in first.
You ever play roulette? Always bet on black.
Hey,
Hey, Steve.
Good night.
So looking for. So this is the first time you've seen this movie, heard of it, anything, right? Like,
yes. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
It's good because and now Steve, the other Steve, there would have been 3 Steves tonight. The other so Steven, who we call Ross, he's on tonight. But then the other Steve hasn't seen this yet. I'm going to show it to him on 4K, and he didn't want to watch the copy that I loaned him. He's like, I'll wait for the 4K. I said, that's fine. You can sit this one out. But we would have had the Council of Steves.
Absolutely.
That would have been awesome for Circle of. It could have been Circle of Steves.
It's so at least a triangle.
What do we got? Triangle of Steves. Yeah, that would have been awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, let's bring Charlie in. I don't have a thing for Charlie, so we're just going to use Conan because Conan works. Hey, Charlie.
What's happening, guys?
It's going to be a fun one. Now, Charlie and I are going to show off about 17 DVDs before we start. So and he's wearing the shirt. I'm wearing Deathstalker, so
Awesome.
He's got the hardware shirt, which we'll talk about.
Yep.
All right, let's bring in Mr. Ross here. Where's my oh, here. Here we go.
I can't wait any longer.
I couldn't wait any longer.
Oh, that's it. Is that the one with Shock in it? Yeah, that's the one with Shock,
Yeah,
right?
this is the one that has the.
Yeah, it's the annual. So basically, this is directed by Richard Stanley. Yeah, we're not going to see it, Ross. You're just disappearing.
It's this behind.
Yeah,
it's Judge Dredd. Yeah. So this story. Well, okay. I can share the. I actually have I actually had a better version of this because I have a scanned version of this. Unfortunately, I thought I had it on my desktop, and then I realized 1 minute before we started that I don't have it on the desktop. So I quickly downloaded just some scanned images that I found online, so we could go through those. It's literally like 7 or 8 pages or something.
Well, it's a short thing. Yeah,
it's something that the guy had in his drawer, and they needed to fill 7 pages of the annual. And there's literally like 2 or 3 captions that they added stuff to make it tie into the Red World.
Right. Yeah, so it's not really a big deal or whatever. Classic Comics says, I don't know if you know, but Mary Elizabeth Weinstein has been cast as She-Hulk. No. Well, I like Mary Elizabeth Weinstein.
I like her. But...
Yeah.
Well, actually, I also like Tatiana Maslany before she became that trash character. So,
yeah.
And then she should have just kept her mouth shut. Here's what let me give you a tip. Let me give you the J-Man tip right here.
Okay.
If you're in a shit movie and a shit TV series, and you know deep down that it's horrendous trash, don't pretend it's good. Don't pretend it's good. Say nothing. If someone asks you about, say, I had fun filming it, and we hope it could connect to an audience. If it doesn't connect to an audience, that's fine. But I had fun doing it, and then zip it, and then shut up. Attacking the fans is not going to work, especially when you don't know anything about the character, and the fans do know everything about the character, and that show's garbage. That show is legitimately garbage from all point of view, like whether you're a She-Hulk fan or not. Because I'm a 30% She-Hulk fan. I own Sensational She-Hulk #1. I read the first 15. Like John Byrne didn't stay on. People say, "Oh, John Byrne," like he was on for 6 or 7 issues or something, and then he was maybe 8 issues. Then he was gone. I think he came back for a bit.
Came back for a few.
He came back a little bit.
Yep.
But I mean, but the what he established was very cool and very fun. And then anyway, so that's that. And Legion is here. Legion, our friend Mark is here. Talk about hardware. That's why we should use. Yeah, no, not that hardware. But that is a good hardware. That's Static and what are they? Oh my God,
Milestone stuff.
Milestone,
It's
yeah.
Milestone. It's the Milestone universe.
Milestone stuff, yeah. I picked up. I grabbed some of those that had come out. Yeah. Someone said Michael Bay. Yeah, I know. We accidentally said Michael Bay. I didn't mean to. But anyways, okay. So before we get into all this, okay. Well, Charlie, you can. So this movie, Hardware, it's 1990, directed by Richard Stanley. I saw it on VHS, and my friend Sean, not the Sean who's normally on with me, but the other Sean.
Other Sean.
And there's another Sean. He showed it to me. This is a masterpiece. It's great. And I bought it on VHS, and that's what we've had for the longest time. Then it came out on DVD. Pretty decent. It's got documentary, some whatever crap on here. I thought this is pretty good. And then it did come out on Blu-ray, but I missed it and it sold out. Now it's hundreds of dollars.
Yes.
Then it came out in the umbrella. So there's these. So I've got Jugger like this. I've got Hardware. I've got Dust Devil. So, and I'll show. Yeah, and I want we'll show you that. Also, so there was multiple versions of this. So I bought this one, which gives you like.
That's all one thing.
Yeah.
This is just. Wow. It's got the script. It's got the script for part 2. The sequel script. It's got stills and cards. Yeah. It's got like a hardcover booklet.
Yep.
On everything. So that's it. So now there was this. I just call these like super editions. I don't know what they're really called. I just call it the super edition.
Deluxe collector edition.
Yeah. Sure. Charlie, you got the even one up because the next one up was it came with the T-shirt. So let's see the shirt. Yep. That's what it came with, right?
Oh,
yeah. With Super Patriot on it.
That's nice.
And then
Oh, is it say something on the back? Oh, that is awesome.
That is cool.
Yeah. The bottom says no flesh shall be spared.
I went for the deeper cut.
Well, you're never going to go wrong with Judge Dredd, you know.
Yeah. So that's this. Then, so now this is something, this came up when we were talking about this before, when Charlie was talking about, so Richard Stanley directed 2 other movies, Dust Devil. Mm-hmm. He also directed Color Out of Space, which is Nicolas Cage. And that actually is in the Dust Devil thing. But so we were talking about Dust Devil, and I remember Charlie was like, oh, it never came out on DVD, except for the 5-disc edition that I have.
No clue about it when we talked about it.
Even I didn't know about this. So we're sitting there talking on one of the streams, and it's like Dust Devil never came out, and I was like, yeah, it came out. I own it for sure. And it's like, I don't think it did. I'm like, I beg to differ. It's like, hold on a second. So I was like, let me go. So my horror movies and stuff are all there. So I went over. I was like, oh, not only is it on DVD, but it has a comic book. This is the comic book of it inside here. And it's 4 discs, not 5. So it's 4 discs with the with documentaries that Richard Stanley did as well, and the soundtrack. So this still has stuff that this edition, which is even thicker than the hardware I just showed you.
Yep.
So this is Dust Devil. I mean, these are like bricks. Okay, it's like a brick.
All from Australia. All from Australia too. This is Umbrella.
So you can pay that much extra in shipping.
No.
Watch Dana and show off his thickness.
This was free shipping because I got this and Jugger at the same time.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I always get enough to make sure I hit the free shipping thing, and the pre-orders take a little while. But like whenever I did the Jugger ones that were already out, I had them in a week. Like was that fast to get them to me. So, and
I had them like in a week and a half. I ordered 2. I ordered a couple extra Jugger copies because I gave one to Steve I didn't know that Owen didn't have it. Otherwise I would have gotten Owen one too. Yeah. I thought he bought it for some reason because he talked about it. He did an article on it. I didn't know that he didn't have it because that Jugger that I have is old. That's not new. I only got it now. Charlie only got it because it was the 2-for-1 deal, and he bought that with Flesh and Blood. Which is another Rucker Hauer. Boom. Yeah, there you go. Those 2. Yep.
Yeah.
And so anyway, so this is so we will do Dust Devil eventually as well. And there's so much on here.
I need to consume this, not like it's a Richard Stanley, so it's going to take me a few watches to really get my head wrapped around, especially this one. Like I've got a buddy that was telling me about this.
Dust Devil.
Dust Devil.
Yeah.
That when I did hardware last year for my birthday, he was telling me about this, and I'm like, I'd heard of it, but I'd never seen it.
Right.
And he's like, it's a trip. It is an absolute trip to watch. Yeah. So,
and I've got the soundtrack to that, which I think I had already, given to everybody. I'm just gonna.
I think I've got that one. Yeah.
So and then Color Out of Space came on that as well. So you now own, and then there's documentaries and stuff too. So it's pretty much everything. Al is here. Al Davis. Hello, everyone. One of my top shelves has the Ultimate Collector's Book script edition soundtrack. Never went over to Blu-rays. Yeah, I did on some. Farm Forever used to release scripts and screenplays. Oh, yeah, that's cool too. Yeah, I have some scripts. So, okay. We got hardware. There's your thing. Now, let me see here. Did you see this in the theater, Ross?
I did.
You did. So I know that you're always going to be on the bottom because we'll get to you last. So Steve is brand new.
Yeah.
Saw it yesterday or whatever it was, like, a few days ago.
About a week ago.
Charlie, had you seen this before we knew each other or no?
Oh yeah. I had rented this as a kid.
Okay. So you rented it. So we had the same sort of,
we basically have the exact same. I mean, I'm shocked Steven would have seen it in theaters. I never remember this being in theaters. It may have been a limited release type thing too, where he's on West Coast.
Right.
But
it did not last, but we saw like the first weekend and then it was gone.
Yeah. So that's kind of my whole thing of why, but I was also like 10 when this came out.
Right. So what did you think when you first saw it? I guess obviously you loved it because you bought this this is one that we didn't discuss and you kind of just bought it as on your own, right?
Yeah. I had already knew it was coming out. Well, whenever I covered it last year, I actually had to get you to get me a copy because every copy available, like YouTube and stuff, is just shit. Like
Right.
someone recorded their VHS with a camcorder.
Yeah.
And the one we got was watchable, but that was my biggest thing. Like, yeah, I can't remember this movie not being very clear, but I was huge into killer robots. Like my dad got me into watching, you know, like stuff like Moontrap or
Oh man, that's a great movie.
yeah,
I have that on VHS too.
Yeah,
Silent 3.
Sound 3 I have on Blu-ray.
Yeah, Death Machine, stuff like that.
I have that on
Anything
DVD.
with a killer robot involved with it. And I loved robots, robot jocks, shit like that. So
Oh yeah, for those
this
all
was
great.
just a natural one that Dad and I rented. I don't know why I loved it so much as a kid, but I did. Like, I just fell in love with it. Watching it now, I realize how much way deeper this movie actually is. That just would have went right over my head as a kid.
Yeah.
But I think it's just the designs, the practical effects, stuff like that just kept me drawn. And then it disappeared into obscurity. I never bought it on VHS. So literally went from renting it probably till I was about 15, 16. And then I never watched it again until last year whenever I got the rip of it. But it's always been in my brain. Like, I remember this movie and I would tell people about it and they'd be like, I don't know what you're talking about. I've never even heard of this movie. But and then J-Man, obviously it got brought up with me and you talking about it. And we're like, yes, you know what I'm talking about. That's exactly the movie. And it's fucking awesome.
Yeah. This is what you want. This is what you get.
This is what you get. Fucking Lemmy as a taxi driver.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah.
That was great. Yeah, so random.
Stuff, yeah.
And Iggy Pop is the is the DJ or whatever. And then he is like, doesn't he do podcasts now? I was like,
yeah,
they
come full circle.
They did it, yeah. Yeah, visually Terminator in the skull and all that. Yeah. A lot of great stuff. I remember the Super Page. I was like, it's Super Patriot. It's from Image Comics. I'm like,
I mean, it's iconic. Even though it's kind of wild that we'll get into it in the movie. When we originally watched this, it's hard to see. Even on the VHS, it was really hard to make out what you were actually even seeing. But
the 4K. Okay, so the version that I shared with you guys is the best that I could find without it being like 20 gigs or something unshareable.
Right. It was beautiful.
It was good, yeah. But whatever you think of this, the 4K is like 1,000. I don't know what the hell they did. But like, I was stuck. My wife ended up watching almost all of it she's just like, whoa, this looks cool. Like, she just thought it looked cool. Like, it's shit, like just the reds and walking around in the wastelands and shit. It's like, it's like, and the cinematography within, even though I love movies that take place in like a one location and you're kind of like trapped in there. Awesome. Okay. So I saw it, of course, on VHS through my friend Sean, and we would watch lots of weird movies. He showed me Zardoz, of course, which I also love unapologetically and unironically and unapologetically. I think it's a good movie. I think it's like this. I think Zardoz doesn't it because it seems hokier. People aren't looking at what the story is, and it's pretty awesome. If you pay attention to what's happening and what's being said and how it's being shown, it's pretty awesome. It looks a bit hokey.
Sean Connery in that costume, had it literally been any other tough dude, or like he made that one movie and then never made another movie again or something. Had it not been Sean Connery, it probably would not get half the shit that it gets.
Yeah, he's very hairy too.
Yeah, well,
it's hard to pull off the Borat suit,
right?
Hell it is.
Yeah. I love it, and I make little papercraft characters. So I made all the Zardoz guys, and I made the Zardoz thing. You can assemble it.
The head.
Yeah. I made the head. Yeah, it was. I had it. I gave it to my buddy Jay, and I had it in my office, and I would hang it from different spots in the office. So like the Zardoz head would like constantly be. I do weird things. I actually made a Predator one, and I would hide it in the plants in the office, so he'd be like hiding in the plants and stuff. It's pretty neat. And then I did a camouflage Predator too.
When you're making it, did you go and I'll form the head?
I'll form the head. Yeah, that's exactly what happens. Yeah. So, anyways, I saw this movie. I loved it. I was like, Killer Robot. Yeah, I like Death Machines. Obviously, Robot Jocks. All those. That one that I just watched with I keep wanting to call him Ajax. It's not Ajax. The guy's name. He's got names. James Remar. Stop it. But he's Ajax.
Oh yeah. What was the name of that? You just got it too.
Well, I just got it. Man, that movie was awesome. I'll remember the name of it in a minute.
I need to buy it.
But they're in the mechs and stuff. That was bloody awesome. I was shocked at how good that was. I didn't think it was going to be that good. I thought it would be just fun, but I was like pretty shocked like at the quality of it. Anyways, so watch this, loved it. I thought the girl was like kick ass, man. Oh my God. They need to throw her up into the Sarah Connor, into the Ripley. Like she goes through hell in this goddamn movie, and she broke the bat on real. Like that really happened. First hit, she was like, "F this thing," and they're like, and Richard Stanley's like, "This isn't like a Disney production. We don't have 75 bats." He's like, we had one bat, and then we tried to find another one, and we couldn't. So they're like, "I just keep using that." So it actually works in the movie that she breaks it. Anyway,
it's crazy how much she looks like Emma Stone, though.
Yeah, she has a little bit of
the red hair definitely causes a lot of that when she dyed it, but it explains a lot of why I sometimes get drawn to a redhead when I was younger. So Jill's there for it, man.
Yeah. So Steve, I mean we know each other from doing the streams and from your comic book that you released, and I basically just like Steve is like a super solid sport. Like he'll just watch whatever crap. And like, and I could just lie to him and be like, "This movie's awesome," and then he'll watch it and he'll be like, "This is trash," but like what? But he'll watch it anyways because he won't. But I try not to steer people. I have in the past though. Sometimes people don't like my picks. Like I forced this guy to watch Cube, and he hated it. He's like, "It was awesome until the ending." I was like, "But it's a Canadian movie." He's like, "You didn't tell me it was a Canadian movie." I was like, "But I did tell you it was a Canadian movie." He's like, "If I say it's a Canadian movie, that's an asterisk, meaning the ending is going to be completely weird and obscure, and it wouldn't make any sense. That's a Canadian movie." He didn't know that. So I was like, "Okay, I apologize." So, anyways,
was Cube the one? Is that Cube the one with the J-Lo?
No, that's the Cell. That's a cool movie.
Oh, okay.
The Cube was the prison. They follow math to get in.
They follow math, and I like math. So I was like, this is
some
great.
of them are like booby trap.
Yeah.
It literally cuts a dude into multiple little tiny pieces.
Yeah.
It's a trippy movie. I enjoy it.
Having seen that, but I remember nothing about it.
I finished watching that movie and then I rewatched it. Like not for the commentary. I watched. I was like, that was awesome. I just rewatched it again. And it's got Nicole DeBoer in it, who is from Deep Space Nine.
Yeah.
Were you checking the math while you're watching the second time?
Yeah, checking the math exactly. No, it's
like what 2 sequels to it too. There's 3,
and I've got them all. I've got them all and watched them all. Yeah, they're all cool. All right. Anyway, sorry. So Steve, I said hardware. We're gonna do it. What were your initial thoughts?
It was kind of interesting because like it to me it was like, okay, we've just come out of the 80s and it's like a lot of like World Warrior and Terminator type stuff.
Yeah.
And it seemed like this was on the back end of it. And so it was fun. It reminded me of like the time I was growing up and watching movies, and some of them were crazy and some of them were high budget and some of them weren't. And what struck me about this one was like, is it Dylan McDermott or whatever his name is?
Yeah.
Who's in like the Boston Legals or some, like he was a TV star for a while.
Yep.
And so it's interesting to see how like these films kickstart other people into their career. I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. The robot, for some reason though, it's not Terminator that it reminds me of, the robot head. It's Brainiac. It reminds me of some of the Brainiac iterations that you get sometimes.
Yep.
And I enjoyed it. So you didn't steer me wrong on this one. This was a fun watch.
Yeah, I don't know everyone's. See, like Charlie, I know. I'll watch it and I'll be like, this is Space Hunter. Any of these ones, I can't remember all the ones. I was like, as soon as I finished watching, this is for Charlie, 100%. And like Jugger, like if you don't like Jugger, it's not possible. Like it's not possible that you won't like it. Like you're gonna be like, this is the damn. We agree. Charlie and I almost agree on almost everything. Sometimes we disagree, but even when we disagree, we both kind of admit that it's still kind of neat. It's like we don't really disagree in like, unless it's like something that's not for everybody. Like you don't like Terrifier.
Exactly. That's probably our biggest disagreements there. But,
right. Yeah. But I would not have recommended Terrifier to you. Like that wouldn't have been one that I would have been like, oh, Charlie, because I understand your thinking now, right? Like,
right.
I would say like is it your favorite movie or one of your favorites is Demolition Man, right?
Yep.
Which is not a surprise. Like I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense. That would be one of yours based on what I know. So I'm pretty good on that. Steve, I don't know well enough yet. And Steve seems like smarter than everybody. So it's like,
don't go there.
You seem like you're more intelligent. Like I just watched it. That was awesome. And my wife's like, that was the dumbest movie I've ever seen.
I fake the funk. I'm not.
All right. And then Ross and I think pretty much like the same kind of stuff. Although sometimes he pretends not to like something that I like, even though he knows it's awesome.
You know what? I can be talked into it. I mean, as much as I like Circle of Iron, I think we talked each other into liking it a lot more than we did.
Of course, it's awesome. I didn't need anyone to talk to me about it.
I walked into the stream, like when we came into the stream, we were kind of like, yeah, it's pretty cool. And then the more we talked about it, we were like,
right.
Dude, it's one of our favorites. Let's change the name of the thing.
Yeah, we changed the name of it.
I think we were all like secretly, all of us going like, this movie is fucking awesome, but I don't want to seem like the only one here.
Right.
But then it's like when everyone else, you're like filling out the vibe, and we're like, oh, we're all on the same fucking page here.
Yeah.
While I was watching The Green Knight, I didn't love it while I was watching it, and then the more we talked about it, I think about that movie all the freaking time now.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Even Owen messaged me on Green Knight. Yeah. Well, listen, you like this movie, don't you? This is you better like this movie. Now my buddy Pete was not dying over this one, but he likes slashers, and he like when you're thinking this is like it's post-apocalyptic horror sci-fi, but it's more like really just the struggle between, like the man and nature or nature and tech or whatever, right? So it's like that's what it is, but like it's just done in a cool way, and I like the world that it builds. Like you could have easily made if there was lots of money, the next one could have been like a Terminator 2. Like Terminator 1 is a 10 out of 10 masterpiece, and then Terminator 2 is even like just as good or better. But it also has more of a budget, right?
Yeah.
So did you like this movie when you saw it in the theater, Ross, or?
Not so, okay. So we'll have a few things before we get into the actual review, because today I had like this really weird coincidence that I wanted to share with you as well. But before I answer your questions, let me do what I do. How old were you, each of you, about when you saw the movie for the first time?
Oh, about 13 or 14 for me.
Okay.
I was probably like maybe like 16, because I didn't see this right away. Sean showed it to me after he had found a VHS copy and bought it. So we're talking like 16, I think, at that time. And Steve was whatever he's old 55. Now. He just saw it.
55 last week. I saw it last week.
Oh, yeah. I was 4 years old.
Yeah, you're just
today. So, okay. Well, so I was let's see, when it came out in what year?
1990.
90. Okay, so I was out of high school for a number of years. I think I was going to community college. I remember seeing it at a bargain matinee, and I just thought it was like all right. And then I didn't read the 2000 AD, the Judge Dredd annual. I'm touching it as we speak. I didn't read the 2008 or the Judge Dredd annual until probably like after I'd seen the movie, because I didn't get into Judge Dredd until the Eagle comic reprints came to the United States. Yep. So like I did like this whole rewind of all the 2000 AD stuff to catch up, and then which was pretty easy then because I was only a few years behind. And I just like plowed through it all. So I read the story afterwards, and the movie like made such a small impression it didn't even occur to me there was the same thing. And then as a 2000 AD fan that also does the 2000 AD podcast or unofficial podcast, it came up as part of like fan news that like Rebellion was going to sue to get themselves like screen credit. This is like long after the movie came out, and
right.
They might have the VHS must have come out, the DVD was probably coming out, and that's when somebody finally saw it and said, "Hey, this is just like your story." And it wouldn't surprise me because at that time, 2000 AD was like really influential. There was like the Human League released on that album that has "Don't You Want Me." There's a cut called "I Am the Law." the singer from the Human League wore a Judge Death T-shirt for the music video for Electric Dreams. Was it Metallica? Anthrax did a song called "I Am the Law." Like it was a real rock and roll, kind of punk rock cultural influence over in the UK.
And now it'll be Taika Waititi who's doing it. Ugh. Anyway, sorry.
Oh,
no. Go back. No.
All right, that's going to be a.
Where's my thing for today? Here, this will be the Thor shocking. No, I can't use that because you're on the wrong side.
Okay.
I'll bring you back with. How about this?
That's nice. That's more appropriate, actually.
That's more appropriate.
Yeah. So anyway, so I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was pretty good. It didn't make that much of an impression. It was kind of like in the back of my head. I mean, the guy who did the artwork for this short story went on to do League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. He co-created Martial Law.
Cool.
He co-created Nemesis the Warlock, which doesn't make much of an impression outside of the UK, but that was huge. So, I mean, and then the guy who wrote the story was one of the editors of 2000 AD. So that's why I say he must have had that story in his drawer. It probably was in the weekly 2000 AD Prague or issues. They had this thing called the Future Shock, and that's where Alan Moore got his start. They're just like little EC comics, sort of like, surprise ending short science fiction or horror stories. And I think it was probably written for one of those, and then they added some dialogue and captions to tie it into Judge Dredd World so they could fill some pages in the annual. And because the annuals were generally like a lot of filler too. There's like crossword puzzles and bullshit articles and short text stories that nobody read. So anyway, but I could see this guy like reading it, and then Richard Starkey? No.
Richard Stanley.
Richard Stanley.
Like Stan Lee, but to put together.
But from South Africa. So anyway, so I could see him reading it and like thinking like, oh, but nobody's gonna, being heavily influenced by it, but thinking nobody's gonna recognize where the source material was from, and expanding it. And
but he did expand it a lot. Like it's like because that story is really just the girl fighting the robot, right? Like the boyfriend gives it to her, but like that's only like one little bit. Like there's a lot that he added to it.
No, there are things in here where I was like, I keep looking over at it instead of at you guys. There are things in it where I was like, the odds of this detail, all the detail and the setup around it, the odds of that being the exact same thing that's in the movie, and it's like 5, 6, and it's only like you said, it's only like 5 to 7 pages.
Oh no! He's using the story. Yeah, but it's like Total Recall though. Like the story of Total Recall. That's the Judge Dredd Batman. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's Simon Beasley.
And that, well, that was good. So that was the other. Sorry to interrupt, but that was the other thing I was going to say too. I remember Simon Bisley doing a head that looks exactly like the head of the robot. It's like this red, white, and blue American flag, and I don't remember if it was a head on a robot or a Mexican wrestling mask or something. Mm-hmm. But I remember seeing that image all over the place for a while when Bisley was like,
Richard Stanley definitely got the concept from this and took like stuff from that story for sure. But it's like it's like Total Recall. The story of Total Recall is like just the first is only like it's like maybe like 20 minutes of that movie. Like basically Cohaagen and everything on Mars is all like Verhoeven and his guys. So it's like even though it's that, like it's way expanded.
Right. Well, the end, the way the comic story ends too. I mean, they have to do like the surprise shock ending.
Right. So, yeah, they did the shock. Yeah, shock. Yeah.
And this one was, and in the comic, it's really silly. I mean, it's almost played for laughs, silly.
Right.
This one was a little more toned down. But so here's the weird coincidence thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember the Film Threat guys were talking about a movie called Society, which you've all probably seen. I have never seen it, but it sounded really interesting. And there was a documentary that was made as a follow-up. The guy who wrote the screenplay said that he was actually like part of a rich family, and what happens in the movie, minus all the monster body horror effects, actually happened to him, and he had been gaslighted.
From Society?
Huh?
What?
No,
Has anyone who's seen Society?
I'm getting to the word coincidence.
Okay, you're telling me that, except for the weird shit. I can't even show the cover. I can't even show my Blu-ray cover on the stream. Okay, so
yeah, no, he was born into a rich California family that was into those weird occult parties, and he was gaslit because it was like during the Satanic Panic. It's like, oh, that didn't happen, and he has plenty of evidence that it did happen to him. And so eventually he made nice with his family, his mom and dad, basically on their deathbeds. But it's a ride. So they talked to him, the writer who wrote Society. They talked to, and he's sitting in the same room with Brian Usna, and they have like 30 seconds of Screaming Mad George, the special effects guy, on screen talking about it, and then they have like this 10 minutes where Richard Stanley's talking about it. And it's like, of all the odds, I saw his movie last night again for the first time. I'm talking to you guys about this movie today, and sandwiched in there is like, there he is again.
That's awesome.
Really haven't thought that much about in so long. But apparently he is like some kind of expert on the occult. He's written a bunch of books about it.
Right,
That's
yeah.
why they brought him in. So,
well, I would do Society on Circle of Iron, but I wouldn't be able to show any of it. So it would be kind of pointless. Okay, so hold on a second. Let's go through a little bit, because we're only at like 2 minutes into the movie. I just want to show, like, look how cool this looks. And on 4K, this is even better, because the contrast, like, it's like the reds are super red and the blacks here are super black, and it's like the contrast of it is like, it looks pretty cool. You may be watching this on, if people are watching on an iPad or however they're watching it and listening to us, you're like, that looks, and it does look pretty good. Like Steve and Ross, you watched this, what I loaned you, but like Charlie and I watched the 4K, and it's very, like, my wife really liked the Jugger music. So she would look up and be like, well, this is really good music. And she would watch a little bit. And this movie visuals, she's like, whoa, she's like, this looks cool. We ended up just like, because she won't like it. Like the pervert guy was pretty rough. So she won't really like the movie, but we kind of went through it with the volume down just so she could see the visuals of it. And she's like, wow, this just looks cool.
Yeah. And when I saw it in the theater, it was a bargain matinee, and I remember all of it being like really dark. So this was by far the best version of this I've seen.
Well, that was the VHS growing up. It was very dark. This is probably the brightest part of the movie. And I was telling J-Man before we got started, I said, I feel like I've watched the movie for the first time again. Like, there's just so much I just didn't see physically that it's like watching it brand new. It's like someone took new technology and just reshot the entire movie scene by scene, exactly the same, but like with a better camera, and it just looks amazing.
I'm sure the letterboxing makes a difference too.
Well, like, this isn't like one of these fake 4Ks where they put some shit on, oh, it's 4K or it's Blu-ray or whatever, right? Yeah. Like, even with Jugger, they sat there, the cinematographer came in, sat the directors there, and they recolored it every shot. Like, okay, what should this look like? What was this intended to look like? So this here, it's not just, oh, we put it on 4K and we're good to go and put it out on this thing. It's like they go through and like completely cleaned up every little bit. Like, as cool as this looks now, and you guys are seeing this for the first time in a while or first time ever on this, and you're like, oh, that's kind of neat. Dude, like, the 4K is crazy. I told Sean, who's not here, I was like, Sean, you must buy this 4K, because he had the DVD. I was like, that's not good enough for this one. If you love it. If you don't care, then that's fine. Like, and Ross, if you just keep this copy and you've got a decent copy that you can watch, right? But if you're a fan of this, it's not just another 4K release for the heck of releasing a 4K. That's the thing. I forgot about
where you can't even tell the difference between a Blu-ray and a 4K, and they get real bad about that now just to sell. You know? Yeah, it's an actual remaster.
It's a remaster. It really is. It's not just a fake. Yeah, that perv guy is really pretty.
Well, it's funny how this movie was produced by Harvey Weinstein, and
that's not a good.
And Harvey Weinstein's in it.
Dude.
Harvey Weinstein's in it.
You tell me that character is not
Yeah.
specifically done to be Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah, really?
That's them secretly giving their middle
You
finger.
sure about that?
Oh, dude.
So all of this here, there's parts of it. I mean, my brother and I used to watch like a lot of MTV music video. Well, we didn't have MTV, but we watched all the homegrown, like local channel music video shows during the 80s and 90s. And this has a lot, because he did work on music videos, and it definitely shows. Like there was some bits when they're like looking at screens, and they have like that whatever the grid on the screen is like projected on their faces.
Yeah,
I love that. Yeah, because that doesn't happen.
I know, but it's like it does in music videos from that time.
Right.
And this is like I could just see Duran Duran over the hill doing Union of the Snake. You know.
Well, that's the lead singer of Nephilim. He did the music video for them, and the music video, that's what he was dressed as, the Nomad.
Oh,
so
okay.
basically they redid him again because it just looked so awesome in the music video. He was like, yeah, I'll come in and do it, and they brought him back to play the Nomad.
Well, now this has the movies on are, I think it's probably on your disc too, Charlie, but the Crimes in a Future World, or what the hell is it called? It's the movie that's before this. Oh my God, it's a great title. I'm blanking on it.
It might be the one that's on the blue, because the 4K is just hardware.
Yeah, but there's another. So there's it must be it's called like, I don't know. I'll remember it as we go through it. But anyways, that's like Richard Stanley's like short film that he did in school, which is kind of like this, and that's on there too.
Incidents of the Expanding Universe.
That's it. Incidents in the Expanding Universe.
There's another one on there too he did that's a short film called The Voice of the Moon.
Yeah.
And then a short film from 2006 untitled. Like, he's got a lot of his own stuff on here, which is awesome.
Yeah. So if you have that and Dust Devil, those two big ones, like the two super editions, as I say, you have everything I think that he's done. And now there might be extra stuff in the Dust Devil that I don't think the Dust Devil soundtrack's on the Dust Devil, but I've got that anyway. So check out, like, look how great this is. Like, this destroyed. Everything's destroyed here. Mm-hmm. The dialogue here is good too. They're talking about space travel.
Because Shades is an astronaut. Yeah. Shades works on satellites in space because he just wants to get off planet.
Yeah.
And Dylan, or whatever, I forget his name now, but he is basically a soldier.
Yeah, it's Moses or whatever. Yeah,
which is true to the comic. Do you want me to kind of like kick in with some of that stuff?
No, after we're done, we'll show the comic. I'll show it on screen.
Okay.
Yeah, I have the actual thing. I mean, I had the comic digitally. We could have read it properly, but I thought it's on a drive, which I'd have to go dig out over there now. Which I did dig out for Pete's stream, and then I thought I saved it, and for some reason I didn't. So that was dumb.
You shared it with me too. I forgot that I actually had the book.
If you have it, you can put it on the drive while we're talking, and if you have it done, if it uploads by the time it's done, then we can look at it. I love this guy. I guess little person character who's pretty neat. Buying the different different junk or whatever it is.
He was in Willow, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was in Willow. He's
the mayor.
Yeah, he's like kind of an ass or whatever, right?
Yeah.
I like Willow. Which finger holds the key? No, okay. It's your own finger, dumbass. Ugh. It was so, even as a kid, I was like, kid, yo, dude, it's your own finger. Come on, I figured this out. Look at that. I love the visuals here. Again, so we went from that really great black red contrast to now we've got these like blues because they're getting kind of into the city. And then even when he comes, I'm trying to see if I can get to where he's coming down the hallway. Well, there's Moses right there. That's a great pause. He's the one the birds shit on. Yeah.
Yeah, the scene where Shades sees the Nomad and they
is awesome.
That framed,
yeah,
perfectly centered down that hallway, and Nomad's just in shadow with the stuff coming off his backpack. It's so cool. Like, Stanley's got a vision for how things should just look and tell a story.
Yeah. Yeah, this is cool here with like them buying the different gear and stuff. And then, so I forgot this character's name. I don't have any of my notes anymore. I didn't feel like rewatching all the retaking the notes. Was this who was it? Alvy? Was this Alvy? No. Yeah, Alvy. This character's name is Alvy.
Yeah. The junk dealer is Alvy. Yeah.
Yeah. So he leaves for a little bit, and that's when the nomad pops in. So actually Moses has the first opportunity to see what he's selling.
Yeah. The pieces. So it sucks that this does it at 30 seconds ago, jump, because the nomad finds the remains of what we'll find out is the Mark 13. And he just finds it in pieces, bags it up. Basically, this is just like a bartering, or for those of you that maybe watch more recent movies, just like Rey on Star Wars, when she finds junk out in the desert, brings it in, gets food rations.
Right.
They're dealing for junk, and Nomad brings in this thing. Mo sees the skull, which is obviously the coolest part of the entire thing, and he barters the Nomad for it and gets it before Alvy does. And I think they still do a bit of a deal when they're talking about it right here, as he's holding the head right there in that scene, and Alvy ends up with a hand and maybe one other piece, and then Mo gets the rest of the bag, which isn't the entire robot, even though towards the end of the movie it feels like a lot more of the robot is there.
This is where
a lot of Jill's stuff, but
yeah, so this is where Steve was saying it's sort of like a Brainiac thing where it can reach out and get other components and like kind of like almost like the Terminatrix or something. It puts like nanotech or something, and then it kind of can control.
Well, this is like, virus and like
crap,
where it would just take pieces and parts. The only thing this one's not doing is taking human parts for itself, but it's taking human parts throughout the movie, which are pretty awesome.
Here we've got Jill first appearance.
Smoke show.
She sells this entire so Richard Stanley said in an interview or in one of the features that he's like, I need to have say in the casting, and they're like, well, they wanted Dylan and he didn't want Dylan because Dylan actually looked too good. He wanted the boyfriend to be really kind of like more losery, not as cool as Dylan McDermott. So but the studio's like Weinstein's right. No, that he's the guy. They're like, we'll let you pick the girl, which they're like, you could pick the guy or the girl. So he's like, I'd rather pick the girl because really Jill is this movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Like if Jill sucked, it doesn't matter how cool that nomad looked, how much gore there is with that door, and all that other shit. And like the freaky camera angles and the shots and the weird lighting. It doesn't matter. If Jill sucks, this movie's over. And
I agree,
is awesome.
Yeah, she's the heart of this movie.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah, I have not seen that movie, but I've heard of it.
I don't watch a lot of anime. Sorry,
but my wife has read the manga of that. That's that really skeletal looking one, right? I think we have some of it. Got to go. Oh yeah, classic. I know you got to do your thing. No worries. Thanks, man. We'll see you on Monday. See you tomorrow, buddy.
See you, classic.
This
also kind of reminds me of an Albert Pune movie too. The way
dude, this has it feels like Cyborg at the beginning. There with all the wasteland, industrial type stuff. I got that too. Yeah, a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and a little bit of Nemesis, the good Nemesis before they came with the good one.
Well, if you're talking about anime, it's kind of like Black Magic 66 too.
Black Magic, I've got that manga too, but I think I have more. I've got a lot of anime, but I don't know. We'll have to get Charlie into some of these animes. But okay, here's Jill, first full appearance, or whatever as comic terms. She's doing art. She has her little art thing going where she takes random things and pushes them together. It's good because it establishes her as being, kind of like a fix-it person, so she can fix things, and she's good with her hands. She's good with tools, which is going to come in handy.
She's resourceful, right? And I think that's a huge part of her character.
Yeah, she lives on her own because Moses is pretty much out and about here and there. And I don't remember if they say in this movie, but he actually lost his job. That may have been something that was in the script that didn't make it to the screen.
It's at the end when he's explaining to because she like you left me.
Right.
Why did and then he finally breaks down going, I was kicked out.
Yeah.
Because I think what it is it wasn't anything he did specifically.
Right.
I think this was the motion of them going for the cyborgs. Like they were like, we don't need human soldiers. We're going to go with cybernetic cyborgs.
Right.
So that's where he was talking like he got kicked out because he's been rummaging. It's also part of the talk him and Shades had about at the beginning about going to New York. No one's living there. There's copper, there's minerals, there's everything you could possibly need, and we could just scavenge it forever and make all the money. And Mo doesn't want to, basically.
It's got a really prescient kind of like AI message.
It does.
Yes.
It's so today, but it shows what we could be in a few steps. It's like the Matrix does it as well too, a little bit, but for different reasons.
Mm-hmm.
But it's amazing how obsolete humanity is and what happens to humanity, at least in this world, when you get shifted to the side.
You can see almost that like now they're worried about the birth rate. So
yes,
if they get involved with it, then you're going to have this explosion of population. Then this is going to happen. And now they got to control that population. And you just see like this cycle playing all the way out in this, man. I love it.
Yeah, Mark 13 is just going to be population control. It'll kill everybody off and whatever.
It is.
And the world building here, I hate the term world building and how they use it now because they usually use it to make something boring. Well, we have to world build. It's like, no. Just you can world build by things being said on a radio that's playing in the background while she's smoking, her looking outside and seeing what's going on, a conversation that's moving. Like they're moving forward in the scene. They've picked up gear and they're selling stuff. And it's like, oh, I'm selling this. They talk a little bit about how transactions work. It's like, oh, give me these things. Oh, give me that. Oh, I'll give you this. So you see how the bartering works. You can see how the pay works. And you got, oh, he's like, oh yeah, I got to go fix that satellite. Oh, so we're in space with satellites. Like world building through conversation of two characters that are realized are having, not just, I need to now take 20 minutes of screen time to build a world that might not be in a second movie because you're not concentrating on making a good movie now.
Right.
Yeah. Go ahead, Steve. Stevie, I see what. Go ahead, Steve. I see
what you're saying right now is like because I do film and I study some of the current trends.
Yeah.
And Matt Damon was talking about how when they did The Pit, they had to dumb down the dialogue for modern audiences. Because and this is something that we have to be careful in our films is like the dialogue can't be what you're talking about. It has to be that someone who is doing something else can still follow the narrative while watching this movie. Right. While we were growing up, we were held captive to these movies, right? We were in the theater and we hated when someone was either kicking your chair or your buddy was talking at the wrong point or whatever, your date, whatever. But now people are
watching movies like this.
Yeah, right. Exactly. So now people are like scrolling through social media and watching a film at the same time. So all those little bits that you would get in dialogue, they're lost. Now it's about, just like blocks of information and the visuals that we're talking about in this movie. Where like name a movie today that has the lighting and the kind of visual composition, unless like it's Christopher Nolan kind of film.
Christopher Nolan, the John Wick film, stuff like that. They do it purposefully. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Every other film now, everything's all washed out and bright. And you lose that kind of, there's almost like a weight that you have in these kind of films.
And I think the biggest difference is it doesn't say you can't make movies like that. It's if you want to get out into the mass audience or make money, basically, which is what the whole point is, then you have to do those things if you want to be popular. You can still make
but the thing is with this movie, with this movie and movies like it, I mean, the lighting doesn't cost that. You just have to have a guy who knows how to do lighting and a set builder who knows how to make the sets look like $1 million, and then you got yourself a good looking movie. And then in the script, like the old timey Doctor Who's used to do exactly the same kind of thing. Maybe it's a British sci-fi thing. They would just, or movies like Buckaroo Banzai too. They would just throw away things in the dialogue that suddenly made the movie seem like twice as big, because they're talking, like you said, they're talking about space, and then they're talking about all these like social issues and things like that. They don't have time to like play it out. They don't have time or budget to play it out on the screen, but it's there for you.
But they're going to drop little nuggets, basically.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
but
Go ahead.
movies have never liked this kind. I mean, that's why it took the MCU to make this kind of thing, like sci-fi of any kind, popular, because it's like the MCU is written like dramas that happen to be about a guy who made a metal suit, and a drama that happens to be about a family that are Norse gods and all this other stuff. People understand that, but when you start getting into like population control and cyborgs meant to euthanize people and wars off in space, it's kind of like Blade Runner was a flop when it came out too, for the
same thing.
Yeah.
And it looks like this too. Yeah.
Film's
all about color and framing.
I'm gonna put something out there. We can answer it after this film's over. Finish looking at this film. Are these films and is the audience not smart enough for these types of films? Like, these films almost have to be like, they're out there, they're in the masses, and then when you have the time to actually digest it, as opposed to like a date night thing or going out with your buddies, it then makes sense.
I can answer it right now. I don't think it's a smart thing. I think it's a willingness to get into the movie. Like us right now, we're willing to watch it. So when we did this, my other two co-hosts, this movie kind of fell flat for them. I think they were looking for the normal Charlie movie of kill a robot, lots of blood and guts, throw some titties in there, a lot of flashes and bangs, and here you go. What they actually ended up with, and I mean, I use this term loosely because I don't normally like these kind. This is kind of an art house sci-fi.
Yeah, it is.
Movie.
It very much is,
when you really get into it. And I brought a friend on that I knew that liked it and had the same thought process as I did, and we were able to kind of delve deeper into the meanings of stuff. And like my other two co-hosts were just like, wow, you guys have watched this a lot more than we have, so we must have missed some stuff. And I think that's it. It's a willingness. And also it's like, well, would you watch it again? No. I'm like, okay, then this movie isn't for you.
Right.
Well, even at the time this came out, there wasn't like a shit ton of content out. Like this was the sci-fi movie that came out that week in 1990, probably. So it was kind of like, so you're just paying it. It's like, oh, it's a sci-fi movie. I'll enjoy this and savor it and pay attention to it, whether I like it or not. And
but it probably would have been in that 1 month span, because is it 90 also like Total Recall and
yeah, maybe.
I want to say there was a few other like larger.
I mean, but it wasn't like there's a whole like flood of stuff on streaming that's an alternative that you could just switch over to at the drop of the minute you're not interested.
I'd be paraphrasing, but I just saw something like yesterday. They were talking about the differences between like Gen X and like Gen Y or whatever Gen Z it is now. That why do we retain so much shit, even from stuff that was way older than what we were from back in the day? We would watch old Looney Tunes, old TV shows, old movies, and we retained it. It was, and I think one of you guys just nailed it. This is what we had. We sat there, we ingested it, we took it in. Now Gen Z has to go through thousands of options to find one thing, or however many things of YouTube. In the attention span is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Like long format stuff, like what we do here, Circle of Iron, usually takes us about 2.5 hours.
Right.
We're not getting younger audiences to watch us.
No.
We're lucky to get our own generation to watch us, unless it's a movie they're connected with. Like, I fucking love Hardware and no one talks about it. I'm going to watch these guys talk about it.
Right. Like Al.
Yeah, like Al. You know, but
10 years older than me. You guys are like the end of the line.
We
yeah,
really
you're right. That's it. It's done.
Yeah.
This is it.
Yeah,
I think the cutoff was like mid 90s for the age to be born to care about. Because I know I had plenty of people I knew that was even born late 80s, early 90s that now align more with the Gen Z. Their attention spans are gone.
Oh, you know what the thing?
Go ahead.
You know what the thing is that when we're watching, I'm 44, well, I'm 48, right? So we're all in.
I'm
Ross
46 last week.
Yeah,
58.
All right.
No,
the
59,
the Steves are pushing 60.
Steve's the 54.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but the thing is that it's not just the only thing that we had to. When we watch these movies, we watch them in the best way possible, which is to say that we watch them wanting to like them and get into them and understand them. We're like, this looks cool. There's like some weird robot thing. This girl is really attractive. This guy's cool. He's got a big robot arm. That's kind of neat. And now you'd be like, oh, it's just his arm in a thing. It's not a robot. We weren't watching it like that. We're watching it like we're like fully invested. Like, holy shit! Look, there's like a vehicle. This taxi guy. That's kind of cool. That's really neat.
A taxi boat.
It's literally
a taxi car turned into a boat.
That's cool.
They're still going to be listening to Motorhead in the future.
Yeah, Motorhead's in the future.
I love these guys. Check them out.
That's awesome. No, but again, I didn't know that when I saw this. Actually, I didn't know that. It's later that I found that I rewatched. I was like, oh my god, that's genius, right? But anyways, but we're 100% into this, like Escape from New York, Mad Max, like RoboCop, Total Recall, all these movies that everyone always mentions.
But that's
Indiana Jones.
As Steve said, is because we were willing and we didn't have the extra distractions readily available at our hand. If we wanted to play a video game, you chose. I'm either going to watch a movie or I'm going to play a video game.
Yeah, not at
the
the
same fucking
time.
TV that I have right here in front of me.
In 1990, cable still wasn't really a thing yet. Cable was just showing
we didn't have it in 90. We had network. It wasn't till I was like 13 or 14 before we got cable where I lived.
So my buddy had MTV when we were in high school in like the 83, 84, something like that. But they weren't making like made for cable movies yet. It was like Porky's and like bullshit stuff that didn't play well in theaters usually, or much older things. So, and like TV shows, so any sci-fi was going to be like network TV sci-fi, or kind of sort of maybe you're going into like the Star Trek Next Generation era,
primetime type sci-fi too.
Well, Star Trek Next Generation was a syndicated show, so it wasn't even on prime time a lot of the time. So it was like it was at 7 o'clock before 8 o'clock, on a local channel before network TV at 8 o'clock. So like all that stuff, it was kind of like you caught those and you may or may not have had a VCR even still by that point too. So all of those things were treasures that you just grabbed as they came along, whether it was good or not. My problem with this one though is that I think the reason it didn't impress me as much as it did you guys is because I was already reading 2000 AD at this point, and I had already seen like a lot of the direct-to-video dystopian post-apocalyptic movies. The
Italian ones that
some of the Italian ones. Yeah, the Italian ones were actually kind of hard to get where I was for some reason.
They're still hard to get.
Yeah. So, but again, if I saw one,
Yes, but like, see, look at the way that this is just walking through the. So if the script says, when we've got the script, Charlie and I, it says, let's say they're walking through the building, but look at how many details there are in this to build the world without having to spend time on it. There's all this crap going on, and he even says, he goes, well, this place is run down. What happened? Oh yeah, well. It's like all this shit. It's like somebody blew up something. Like, oh, okay. And there's like a baby. There's literally a baby attached to its mother who's just passed out. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get like click, but like
there's an animal with like spray paint on the side of it.
Like it's like it's so messed up.
Later on in the movie, there's even
look, perfect. I got it.
There it is. Oh, that nailed it.
Nailed it.
She's all passed on something. The kids crawling around. Later, there's going to be a commercial about we have unradiated reindeer meat.
Yes,
right.
That's where they've got.
That's a very 2000.
Oh, it totally is.
It totally.
Yes, but that I mean, they predicted the way downtown LA and Hollywood look now, so that's amazing.
It's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Well, here they are at the building, and it's like, okay, at her door, and there she is making her stuff. Now,
I
now there's going to be
Idols on the roof dancing to Dancing with Myself with those mutants. That's kind of
dancing with myself. Yeah, but look, this is cool. So she's like working out, and it's funny because like she still looks really good, even though she's really dirty and like, you know, but like there's something like, I don't know, there's just something cool about her anyways. It's just like, yeah, she's good, but like it's just weird. But I like that she's like on her own, and she's dealing with a lot of crap because she's going to be dealing with the robot and that perv guy, Porkins or whatever. So she's going to be dealing with both those things, and the boyfriend who's kind of not around. And I mean, and they never say like, oh, this is a strong female character. It's like, it's not thought about that way because she's just a character.
She's almost portrayed, and this was something we talked about when we did it, and it's never brought up. It's just something me and my buddy thought of. It's like she's almost like preserved. She is in this high-rise building. She's this porcelain doll, this flower who is hidden behind a locked door that has limited access to, and everyone wants her. Like there's a whole nother, we had talked about this too. There's a whole nother storyline if you really want to get deep between those two right there.
Yes, he likes her for sure,
and she
likes him.
She likes him, and it's more of a, I'm trying to think of the right word. They're connected on a different level that her and Mo are. Like he sees her art, and she notices that he's appreciating her creations, and he's shy about it. And Mo's like, I brought you this, you know,
he doesn't care
and does not care. It's so weird, the juxtaposition between all the characters. There's like a love triangle without there being a love triangle.
And I'll throw this in, not to be a bit of a spoiler, but in a different setting, she would go for him, but I think his addiction might be what keeps her from him.
Yes,
or him,
because they don't delve on him doing the acid trips,
right?
And plus, he's also like, she's mad at Mo for being gone all the time. This motherfucker goes to space.
Yes,
right.
You know, they talk about like, if you die, you're gone, and he goes, that's the beauty of it. But I do it for the view. He goes, I'm not breathing the same shit air you're breathing. I am away from it. And honestly, he can see the beauty. So him getting high on Earth is just him reliving getting high for his job, and just
because Earth sucks, so he needs to.
Let me throw this one out here. Then she's in like a tower, and she's above it all. Shades is above it all, like
really above it all.
Yes,
right. So they see things, and I think their perspective of what's going on is different because they're not on the ground.
And Mo is on the ground.
Mo's on the ground, and so
he's
like
weed too, though.
She's high most of the movie too. Like you think they're like rolled up cigarettes till they show you the again, beauty of 4K. I never knew what the fucking cigarette pack said on there, but it's literal. It's weed. She's smoking pot the whole time and high as shit.
She's an artist, man.
So I kind of get this mix that, and I feel like Stanley did it on purpose. It just either didn't have time to delve into it, or like how Richard Stanley usually does. You guys have fun with this. I'm just going to throw this in here. That's his thought process.
They'll get together. Like, you know, if there's, we do have the script for part 2, which I haven't read yet.
It's supposed to be like the PTSD she's dealing with of survival against that. I don't know if Shades is in it. I need to read the script, but I do know he was full on ready to do a sequel. There is a graphic novel that I need to get a hold of. I've never read. So I want to check that out too. That was later on.
Yeah. Oh, this is a great shot to pause on. Look at his face. He's like, this sucks. Like that should be me with her. You could see, I don't know if you can tell by the screen, but his face here is perfect.
He's third wheeling it right there. That whole scene. And that's also like, she never embraces Mo until that whole interaction is done. Like he's sitting there pouting because I brought you this. Isn't it cool? Look what I did. I spent money for you. This is also a Christmas movie, by the way, for everyone.
Yes, best Christmas movie ever.
But she is still drawn to the bad boy, provider, protector, hunter, all this other stuff. And I think I know the reason. As a kid, I love this movie. The shower scene was fucking amazing.
And then there's this is what you want, this is what you get.
Which ironically was in a Miami Vice episode in 1984. Season
song?
Yeah, that song. It was in Little Miss Dangerous.
Oh my God.
That's awesome.
So that's when I heard it, I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe that this song is in this. Yeah, so I guess 6 years before this movie.
That is awesome.
I didn't know that either. That's awesome.
So how much So yeah, they were getting busy, so I skipped through all that. Just
I was gonna say this is gonna be really hard to do. But
good luck, buddy.
We do need to explain though that at the whole time we're seeing the Mark 13 helmet. It's upside down, but the lights turn on. Yes. And we're gonna start learning that it can regenerate itself and get power from anywhere. But it's also, I laughed at this today because I had the thought. It's Jason Voorhees. Yeah. People are having sex, making babies, and I need to stop it. So it got triggered by
I got that.
Their procreation. And
it's their son. It's basically their son also. It's like it's like the procreation. Yeah, it's like, oh shit, people are making babies. I gotta stop them. I gotta kill them right now because that's my thing. I caught that, like not the first time I watched it, but whenever I watched it on VHS, like I caught on to that. Mm-hmm. And then but it's almost like it's like they gave life to the thing by doing it because they talk about having kids and stuff too.
Yep.
But then you've got this is the perv guy right here, Porkins, with his rubber glove.
God, he makes himself so nasty in this movie.
Yeah, he really does.
It's amazing, and I am like, he's one of the things that's hard to look away from. You're like, oh my God, he's doing such a great job. My God, he's a piece of shit. There's a scene later where he literally makes himself like moist with liquid, like he like stuff on his mouth, his face, everything. Yeah. You're just like,
he puts in those eye drops.
Oh,
and it runs down his face and it makes him all wet. And then they zoom in on his teeth and they show.
And then he's got it's stopped on those latex gloves, but they're the extra shiny kind.
Yeah,
and it makes it worse somehow.
Because they look like condoms on his fingers.
Yeah. And they did say in the stuff that all that filthy dialogue he says was ad-libbed by him. He's Richard Stanley just let him go, and everything he says he came up with during that interlude he's watching. It's nuts.
Yeah. He should put that on his demo reel.
But the character
if he's not dead, he's dead now.
Wine. It's not Weinstein. It's like Weinberg or something like that. I mean, they literally. Gave him a name that's, and I think
it's Weinberg.
I think it's after this. So I know Harvey had to be a piece of shit, and Richard Stanley probably didn't like him. But I know afterwards, Richard Stanley in 2017 dropped the bomb that Jen, the girl that played him, Harvey blacklisted her due to her not, allowing him to make sexual advances with him. And then it was like a few months later, all that shit dropped about Harvey Weinstein. So Richard Stanley broke it before it actually got broke.
Oh, that's crazy.
But that's why if you go through her IMDb, she's done like mainly bit parts in TV shows, background characters. She should have been a leading lady.
Absolutely.
Hands down.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
She was amazing in this movie.
She's also in Phantasm too. So I was gonna put the Phantasm poster out, but
Well, you were saying about adding this girl to the pantheon of strong female characters. Most of the people who do this kind of like geek YouTube stuff, they always go, oh, it's Princess Leia, oh, Ripley, oh, Sarah Connor. And it's kind of like, because everybody knows those characters. But like especially the guys who do Action Elite, almost all of the movies that had really great, strong female characters were like direct-to-home video movies.
Because Cynthia Rothrock,
Hollywood being the sexist pigs that they are, would relegate those kind of characters to the B role. So they were not confident enough to give Cynthia Rothrock an A movie role or whoever else you guys name it. You go through you all know the name.
Right. Well, we talked about that on Expendables 4 just last week. Where it's like they threw Megan Fox on and she becomes the leader of the Expendables, and we're all sitting in the theater like, is this actually happening? What is this? Like, this is crazy.
Yeah, it makes
you can't. You couldn't. Expend 4 bulls. Like you couldn't. Somebody mentioned, how about Ming Na Wen? Then at least get her on. How about Michelle Yeoh? How about like even if Cynthia wasn't, she would have been too old, I suppose, at the time of Expendables 4 to be, but she could have been the liaison.
Yeah, that's
or something.
At least a character in it. Yeah,
like
They had
she,
200-year-old.
The asylum, so she got the total B roll on that.
Yeah.
Of that era.
And they had a 200-year-old Chuck Norris show up.
Yeah.
Chuck Norris. So you could get any of the surely if you can get Chuck Norris, who really was kind of out of these things. He's like, I'm not getting.
Mm-hmm.
If you can get Chuck Norris, you can get Cynthia Rothrock in 2 seconds, right?
Yeah, glorified cameos is all we wanted.
That's all.
Right. Yeah. No, nobody was expecting Cynthia to go and be part of the team and fight guys. But you could. But Ming-Na Wen has done a lot. She was around for that.
Yeah.
And she's been in a few things, and she was on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and stuff. Yep. And you could get her you could have gotten her very easily to be. She was in Mandalorian and all of that, or Boba Fett, or one of those. So why you could have gotten her?
Could have gotten a lot of female MMA, or like Ronda Rousey was in the third one. She was pretty good.
Third one. That's what
she was in the third one. At least she could fight. She wasn't an action star, but at least she was a fighter in real life, right?
Yeah.
Like.
That was the one, like, okay, we can at least believe that. But Megan Fox is eye candy.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's all she is.
There's Shades getting high.
Tripping acid.
Yeah. Now his whole thing, he needs to escape the world he's in because he doesn't have the girl that he loves and he's on shitty Earth. His is a ritual that he enjoys and prepares for, and he makes it a big thing. Mm-hmm. I think the others don't. She's just like, well, I'm smoking weed because I'm just, I'm working on my art, and like it's not a big deal. Like this guy's turned it into a ritual for himself, right?
Is this his version of ayahuasca?
Yeah, basically.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
I skipped ayahuasca. My skull man went, and I'm like, yeah, I think I'm good. But then, my buddy Skullman went to ayahuasca. He did ayahuasca or whatever, and he's but
I do love the imagery we also get that gets brought back into it, because you get the Indian goddess, demon, whatever it is.
Kali's in there.
Yeah, Kali with the multi-arm, which is what the Mark 13 is going to be later. The spider imagery, but I like Shades. I kind of wish they'd have done a little bit more with Shades. He does kind of puss out towards the end of it because he's still high as a fucking kite.
Right.
Well, that's the thing. Some of these movies, they like the guy who mentioned about the Romancing the Stone. Like they're just chilling out with some pot or whatever, and then like something happens, and then they somehow magically snap out of it. And
they're fine. They're sober.
Only in the moment, and it's kind of like I don't think it works that way.
Shades is still chasing the dragon all the way to her apartment later, not knowing what's going on.
Where it's at.
Also, this guy gets into classified military documents really fucking easy and prints it all out too. Mm-hmm. And just like long things of the Mark 13 project, all the recordings. Like, what kind of like hacker BS are you pulling on this?
Plus, like this in this world, like especially that scene, it's like they recorded everything that was said before he dies, and then played it back on a loop so the guy could hear it, so he could hear it, and it's like, hey,
that's a trope, but I'm fine with it. It works.
I like that, like Cronenberg uses this a lot, and so I like when there's like these rando like either just like a screen, someone's watching some news report, and I just love those so much. Like in movies, it's very easy. It's a very easy trick to do for world building.
Verhoeven does it masterfully.
Oh yes,
100%.
He is the grand. I remember when I first saw RoboCop. And then like if I hadn't watched it for a year or whatever, I remember all the commercials. Nukem,
the news.
Yeah, the news,
the strikes.
Who is he? Where is he? Where does he come from? He's OCP's newest, like all of that stuff. And then like even talking about Ed 209, where it's like you can hear it in the back. It's like the military. It's like they're threatening to cut the funding, and you're like, oh shit, they're gonna cut the funding on the Ed 209.
See, they all stole that from American Flag and from Judge Dredd, though.
Yeah. Everything comes back to 2080.
And American Flag.
Well, it really does.
Yeah, so here's where she's using the skull. So here's going to be the beginnings now of the forming the Mark 13.
Yeah.
Now, Mark 13, the Bible verse at the beginning of the film, was an accident. That was Dylan McDermott who had said, "Hey, why don't you use the Mark 13 thing?" And he was just called Mark 13 because 13 is a bad number. And he's like, "Oh, Mark." That was a coincidence. Stanley did not know. Richard Stanley did not know that Bible verse would work with the movie or whatever. That was a coincidence.
And it's not the exact thing they say either.
Right.
You know, they change it, but it was like even all the way down to Dylan, Mo reading the Bible. That was his whole idea. Like, Richard Stanley wasn't trying to make like a religious statement out of it.
It's threatening. Pakistan's threatening the border. I remember all of the commercials. Pakistan's threatening my border. You haven't dismantled your stockpile. You haven't. And it's like no more military aid. Yeah, it's like Nukem, the new family game from Parker Brothers. Or whatever it is. You're like, what the hell? Yeah. Pakistan is threatening my border. That was the best. Love all this montage of creating the mark.
Because she's had this sculpture, and I love this. She's had the sculpture in her gallery, her apartment, and it was missing a centerpiece. So you're just immediately, and I'm gonna break everyone's heart. It is not the American flag that she painted on that. Half of that is supposed to be the midnight sky with it's black with the stars.
Yes.
The other side is supposed to be more reminiscent to the sun, which is supposed to be like the rising sun flag, but it was supposed to be light and dark.
Yep.
And then because we all got shitty versions of this, we all thought it was the United States flag, and then the Patriot character in comics came out, and that was an American flag, so it's just been added. But she was not painting the American flag. It was a light and dark type thing she was doing.
Yeah, they said that in the commentary or wherever.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that till this set came out. Up until I listened to them talk about it, I just thought, oh, that is the American flag. Like, I didn't know that wasn't the American flag or whatever.
Yep.
But it works either way, really. It's kind of neat.
I think it does.
Yeah, you guys see what you want to see. I'm saying America, fuck yeah.
That's totally fine. But I like that. Hell, they don't even say that there isn't a United States of America anymore. You could even kind of infer that it's a new world order type global type thing, because they said New York is uninhabitable. Right.
And
you're gonna Steve, this should be totally right up your alley. It's very 2000 AD. It's gonna be like mega cities and blocks of places to live. Everything goes up instead of out now in the post-apocalyptic world, and you go up into the high rises.
Yeah, like this could be in Dredd, in the movie Dredd, in the Dredd movie, not the Judge Dredd movie, which was definitely a different look, but in Dredd, this could be part of Dredd almost. Like this could be part of Dredd's world.
But this looks like, I always would have thought like this would have been perfect with the ABC Warriors.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Was in Judge Dredd. So
yeah, those guys were badass.
Again, it's all 2000 AD. We get it.
Yep.
And then when we do Jugger eventually, that just looks like it's part of. You could just put that in between the Mad Max movies and pretend it's part of it.
Yeah,
that's why at this point I hope they never try to make another Dredd movie, because we've got plenty of old timey post-apocalyptic movies that are perfectly good that covered the same ground.
Yeah. And hopefully they don't do anything with Blake 7, which I saw some people talking. They might do Blake 7.
We don't need the Taika Waititi Judge Dredd movie. Even Taika Waititi doesn't want that.
Well,
there's a Rogue Trooper movie coming out later.
I was going to say that's still being worked on, so
nobody cares. Exactly.
I'm curious.
Well, I'm going to watch it for sure.
I wasn't asking for it. As someone that likes that universe in 2018, I was not going, wow, I can't wait till we get Rogue Trooper on the big screen.
Yeah, if I did Rogue Trooper, I would just have it super violent. He just destroys everything. Like worst case, if you don't know what to do, just make it violent.
Yeah,
and then you're gonna get through some. You'll get through some people.
Right.
There's the full thing there. It's going to start coming online or whatever. He's ordering a pizza. Can I get radiation chips with that? And then, okay.
They did have a really cool conversation. If we get back into the socialism of what's going on here, she's on welfare. So that gets brought up that there is like this government funded welfare that a lot of people live on. Even though she's working, she talks about doing work for all these other little corporations. She's building consoles or something. Right. And he goes, well, my paycheck that I get from the government goes to pay your welfare. And she's like, so what? I should go be a government person and we can have mutated babies because I'm outside all the time. So it's almost like there's an either or. Either you serve or you're provided for by the government on this welfare system.
Yeah, in the Dredd comics, like most of the city's unemployed, so
right.
The judges for everything.
Love more awesome visuals here.
That's exactly what it looks like when I look on my computer.
Yeah, it is.
You guys can't see it, but that's what it's doing on my face right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, that's the Bill Gates facial recognition that is going to.
Yeah, I hate to tell you all this. These little fuckers like flash in certain lights because it's always reading your fucking face.
Yeah.
So if you ever see like infrared cameras of someone walking around with this and you're like, what's that flashing? That's your fucking phone, man. It's taking pictures of you 24/7. It looks like that right there. Porkins. Yeah. Taking dirty pictures of your junk all the time.
And this is the VHS cover. Oh god, that's really gross.
Well, the VHS cover is actually the Mark 13 later when it's looking at
when it looks at Dylan
McDermott. Yeah. But it's very.
No, I meant in that.
It's in it. You might want to flip that. That's a.
Yeah. Well, you can't really tell what's going on exactly.
Can't really tell, but she's not wearing anything in that scene.
Yeah.
So there. So now he's messing with her on the phone. And there he is.
That dude had like 5,000 zoom on that fucking camera.
Oh, yeah.
It's like you're like Pirates of the Caribbean when Jack Sparrow gets his telescope out. It's like fucking a mile long. That's what it looked like. Also, they make that guy. I don't want to delve on it too much. They make that guy into a real piece of shit. If you pay attention to everything in his room. There's little kid shoes pinned up on the wall. Yeah, there's like books of pictures, and then there's another shot of when they first show him. There's one of those like blown plastic Santa Claus heads right up against the wall as it pans off away. Christmas time, he celebrates, but they just make that guy an absolute piece of filth in this movie.
So I recognized Gwar on the TV screens, but did anyone know who this guy is?
Yeah, Gwar. I recognize.
I didn't know who this guy is. I didn't know if this is something legitimately done
or one of those cool guys.
Yeah. It's also Gwar with Ministry playing over top of it, so it's not even a Gwar song. It was Ministry. Yeah.
Yeah. Versus is a cool movie. Versus is awesome. I have that on DVD.
Well, sorry, but Road Trooper's already done supposedly, so they had screenings for it.
I met Gwar. I have a picture back in the old timey days of like Gwar and the guy's crushing my head. I put my head in between the thing. He's like crushing it or whatever.
They're not like local to me, but they're also Virginians. They live in they started in the same state over towards Richmond. But yeah, this is when it starts coming back to life, man.
Yeah.
All the little parts and pieces. It does the thing.
So here's where this movie on VHS, it's like all of these parts are basically like the Batman. It's just all dark screen. You can't see anything.
You see shadows. Yeah. And you're kind of like, what is it doing? Like I remember the big TV we had was a 27-inch CRT. Like that's what we're watching this on. And I could not see shit. Even at night, no lights on, just watching the movie, you could not make anything out. That's why I'm saying until like the end, you don't really see the Mark 13 very clearly. Right. And you also lose all this amazing sets and practical effects that they did. And you can't see it. Like that is clearer than I have ever seen this ever. And it's lit, but I've never seen it that clear.
Well, plus it can't be good when there's like so much stuff that's like filmed off of screens, and then you're watching something that's filmed off of a screen on your cheapo TV.
It never got easier later.
Screen at home.
Right.
Off of VHS tape.
And VHS tape wasn't great quality to begin with off of the regular rip.
Yeah, on 4K it looks awesome.
Movie changes in 4K. Yeah, there's all the printed off classified documents. This is hilarious. Please tell me it shows it. He lifts the he lifts the paper and he shows it. Does it do it?
Hold on.
One more. Or no, go forward.
No, I gotta go forward.
Yeah,
I'm trying to go forward and then back.
It's not going to do it. Okay. He finds his buddy. He pulls the paper off of him, and he's like looking at the eyes are facing you. The very next time they show it, he's looking the other way. And I can't unsee it now that I've seen that. He looks in two different directions.
That's continuity.
It totally is. It totally is, but it still cracks my ass up every time
it's so good.
There he is. He's getting the phone call. He's still tripping.
Tripping balls.
Yeah.
Shades is watching Color Out of Space right now. That's what he's doing right this second.
Yeah, I never saw Color Out of Space.
I haven't actually watched it. I've seen the trailer to it, and it just looks colorful weird and trippy as shit. It's Nick Cage. I'll watch it.
Yeah.
I love Mandy, so.
I was bidding on some Forever People, so I got the Forever People. So Steve, I got the Forever People. I didn't say anything on this stream because some asswipes last night went and bid against me. We had like 25 people. I'm just joking. We had 25 people watching Fantastic Friday. And then all of a sudden, like 5 or 6, like I was bidding. I said, "Oh, guys, just to let you know, I got to pause for a second on the stream. I'm just going to check my bids. I'm bidding on some comics." And then literally like 5 or 6 people left. I was like, "What happened there?" And then I lost the bids. I was like, "Hey, what is this?" And then some people in the comics were like, "Hey, I just picked up a few comics." I was like, "You bastards." It's like, you guys knew I was bidding. I'm joking. That didn't happen.
Yeah.
It's just funny because it was, so I didn't say anything on this stream and, oh, what a surprise. I won. No. That's evidence right there. That was hilarious. Yes, I know I lost it, Al. That wasn't hilarious. All right, so Moses has found out about the Mark 13 and how dangerous it is and how it can replicate itself. It does in that scene say that water is a vulnerability.
Yeah, to its
if you're paying attention,
wiring, it says that's why that particular prototype was destroyed. Basically, it was in humid area, and it was only developed for arid temperatures, which means desert. Which is stupid. Why would you not test it in every? I guess because it's never rained there, they never thought about it. But yeah, water is its vulnerability, like a squirt gun vulnerability to it.
Okay, so he's still watching. I mean, there's a lot of this. This is where kind of my wife tuned out. She's like, "Yeah, this is just like no."
Yeah,
I was like, "Yeah, this is pretty rough." And I think a lot of people are like, "This character." Well, I mean, this character is going to get killed. Obviously, it's a horror movie.
I think it makes his death easier. Now, the Mark 13 has attacked her, so you'd see that part. It like appears behind her, shreds the bed.
I'll be back in just a second. Guys can talk this out. Hold on, I'll be back.
Yeah. So the Mark 13 shreds the bed because she wakes up from a dream.
Yeah.
And he has watched all this happening, but never put together it's a robot. It even looks him right in the fucking face through the window, and he still goes, "You know what? I'm going to go over." And she's able to let him in, but it's at that same time the Mark 13 locks them out of the console, so they can't reopen the door. And he's coming in as her neighbor, and I heard this whole kerfuffle going on. "Oh, I know some computer stuff. I work on consoles. Let me take a look at yours." All while being the most sleaziest, nastiest piece of shit, even in trying to talk friendly to her that you can imagine.
He pulls that thing too, like, "Don't you remember when I was putting all the systems in and you gave me some coffee?" And it's kind of like, "Oh, sure, I remember you having a cup of coffee."
But then he this is just, it's his character. There's also comes a point where he starts dropping little things of, "I've been watching you" type. Like, "Oh, where's your boyfriend at?" Yeah. "Oh yeah, he's a nice looking guy." Stuff that if you were my neighbor, you probably didn't see him, or you wouldn't know those tiny little details. And he's testing the waters. he's the predator at this point, and he thinks she's prey, and he's playing around with it. Again, motherfucker, you just saw the robot. I don't know what you think you're going to get done with this robot running around. Well, and she's not buying it either at this point.
So at this point, I'm going to be with the people who are kind of like about it, because I thought, as entertaining and creepy as this scene was, I thought it played out way too long for what it actually has, for how much it actually has to do with the plot.
Yeah, it was pretty long.
Like this.
Sorry, I'll be back in another second. Hold on,
bring
I'm
it
just
up to
changing my
90 minutes scene.
No, I mean, I do agree with you to a degree of it. I think to me it lands back onto this where she's so protected from the filth of the outside world. The filth has now got into her isolation, her bubble. And it's supposed to be filthy. It's supposed to be grimy. And like a lot of horror movies do, if I want a really meaningful kill, I gotta hate. I either need to really hate the person, or they need to be my favorite person in the entire movie, and you still want to kill them. Like, I need that emotional connection, good or bad. And the way he just keeps getting creepier and creepy, he starts singing, and she's like skeezed out by it. It, to me, it almost lets the audience somewhat forget that there's a robot, because the robot's not in the room anymore.
Right.
Like, it's gone. And then, he makes the comment about your blinds are closed. At first you're like, oh, it's because he's been watching her through the blinds. He wants to open the blinds, but then she realizes I didn't close the blinds.
Right.
Oh, fuck. And then there's just this realization. And then when that thing pops up in this scene right here, it just eviscerates this filthy character. It just makes it like, this is my favorite death kill in the movie, because
this is the Ed 209 just shooting and shooting and shooting and
this
shooting.
Is killing Kenny. And what's even cool, if you really want to get into it, the Mark 13 has a specific way it's supposed to kill people. Like, its main thing to kill people with is the drug, because it makes you enjoy your death. You're going to be happy while you die. Well, the Mark 13 stabs him with it first. And then goes, nah, you're not going to enjoy this. And fucking just goes to town with its phallic drill, drilling into him, grabbing his eyeballs because he's been watching her. So you see the eyeballs, and then bouncing his fucking head off of the floor. You're just, as a horror fan, I'm just like, yes, more, please.
Well, I mean, that's what you pay to watch this kind of movie for. But honestly, I still agree with everything you said, but I think that whole scene could have been cut down by a quarter to half.
I mean, and that's fair. But
we've been watching them peep on her already and hate them for that. So.
We have.
But these guys, the two guys playing chess, I was like, well, where the hell did they come from again?
Oh yeah.
So
they're going to be important later, because they're all part of the guards of they're all part of the tower, like the building guards.
I got that, but I was like, well, but to me that that whole thing was like, we're starting to get into territory where like we got to get this 7-page comic book story into 90 minutes.
But that's that was what I was getting ready to say. They still did this in 93 minutes.
Like
that's still a quick movie. This is the perfect length for me for a movie.
Yeah.
So while there is some stuff that maybe they could have played around with and moved around, it's not like I need it shorter. Like, the movie plays in a perfect amount of time for me.
Okay.
But yeah, like, this was almost 2 hours. I'd agree with you 100%. Yeah, let's eliminate this scene. Let's eliminate this over here. You're looking for stuff that, I don't need all that. But in 93 minutes, you've taken all of this and went like this to it and put it in there, and it still comes out cohesive.
It's a devil deal, because they've got the very limited, but it was made for less than $1 million. So they've got or actually, I'm not sure if it was made for less than $1 million, but it was kind of like somewhere between, a little more than $1 million or whatever Great Britain pounds, So it's still cheap.
It's also I can see it all. Like, I'm not like we just did Expendables 4, and we're like, what do you mean? Where's the $100 million budget? I don't see it.
God. Yeah.
I see all of the budget here.
Sure.
Like, every dime I see on the screen right now.
Yeah, so if they got to keep the budget low and they got limited sets and they have limited actors and it's kind of like, yeah, you could, and you have to pad out the film time to 90 minutes to get it to run in the theaters. It's kind of like there's worse ways to pad it out. So
the budget was $1.5 million, $1.5 million
Wow.
to make this movie.
Still looks more like more. So,
and honestly, opening weekend US and Canada 2.3 million, gross worldwide 5.729. So for a movie that kind of got lost in obscurity, it made money.
Yeah,
that's kind of wild.
Hey, Slade, and Slade has his ticket stuff from seeing this in the theater.
Man.
All right, Slade. When I thought that this movie was a flop because it just came and went out of theaters so fast. So when they were talking about it again, when the lawsuit from 2000 AD came along, I was like, what are they even fighting over? I mean,
they're fighting over $50 or something.
Yeah, there's no profit to fight over. Why are they even bothering? So, but I think it was just they wanted to get themselves like a screen credit at the end. So
I think they were asking for. That's why they asked for screen credit, not money. I don't think there was ever going to be a financial gain,
right?
But just having that provenance of our name is associated with it. I mean, they probably had to get the okay or even a small check from Umbrella to, get these new releases done. So now they have to be gone through and, given the thumbs up. So it's just about being spotlight given to you for your property. It's like, I don't want any money. The movie's already been out. It's already done, but just give me the credit that's due. That's all.
Although any money coming to a comic company nowadays is, they'll take it.
Yeah.
True.
Well, between this and the two Judge Dredd movies, this is their most profitable film.
Yep.
That's dry.
Yeah. I mean,
that's crazy to think, but wow.
That's nuts.
All right. So now it's attacking her full on.
Yep.
She's trying to escape. It's hard to see all these parts, so I'm going to go a little quicker. It's just like this entire like third act now is going to be just the full on attack. Yeah. She's pretty much on her own for most of it. And then Shades is on his way, but he's completely high and he's super high. Like he's just like, I can't figure out what's going on. So he's trying to get there.
Yeah.
Here's some of the I guess it's like building security superintendent kind of maintenance guys trying to get in to kind of help her out.
Yeah.
And they're all good guys. Their deaths were supposed to be a lot more elaborate, but they just didn't have the time.
That was some cheesy black on black crime because I was like, what that's how you die? Oh my god.
Yeah, that was hilarious actually.
That was some Keystone Cop's death, man. I was like, come on. Usually we don't make it out of the trailer, but then that's how you die in this movie? Come on.
Yeah, these guys lasted a long time. Like they were doing pretty good. I thought they were doing all right, and then that one guy just got nailed by the guy that died. You're like, oh man,
wow, damn! Like what happened?
You can tell it's a Harvey Weinstein movie because he dies like the dude from Pulp Fiction that they have to put.
Get the brains out of the Jerry curl. Yeah.
Oh yes, they
Marvin,
shot him.
What are you doing? Man, I done shot Marvin. Why'd you shoot Marvin? I didn't mean to. You hit a bump or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. This is what the movie was up against. September 1990. Goodfellas, The Witches, Postcards from the Edge, Pacific Heights, Wild at Heart, The Exorcist 3, Pump Up the Volume, and Narrow Margin.
That's a tough lineup, man.
Yeah, but see,
Goodfellas?
Those are all like normie movies, though. This wasn't the. I mean, the sci-fi none of except for maybe
The Exorcist 3,
the kids movie, and then the what was the sci-fi Exorcist? This was like Exorcist 3 was like its stiffest competition that week.
Yeah.
The question
but that also explains why it made money.
Yeah. The question would be how many theaters it was in too, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Ooh, that's a good. Yeah. I
don't
find that.
I will tell you this: I did not go see Postcards from the Edge that weekend.
I did see Pacific Heights though. Is that Michael Keaton where he's messing with the couple, Meg Ryan? Is it Meg Ryan and whoever or whatever?
Yeah, I don't remember the dude, but yeah.
I liked Pacific Heights. That was good. So I wouldn't have seen this in the theater. There's no way I would have known about it. It didn't play. Like I'm living in a place I'd go see it at the mall. Like that's we'd go to like Woodbine Center Mall is where we would go when that was open. We'd go there to see all these movies. Or what was it called? Skyway or something, or Skyline. Hey Scott, how's it going? Hey Jensen, how you doing?
Hardware released in 695 theaters, and it debuted at number 6 in the U.S. box office.
Wow,
that's actually pretty high.
That is,
yeah. So
that's
I don't know how long. 2.9 week average run in the theater. So 3 weeks it ran.
Also, too, though, this was the age where, like, you could put it in the theater, run it for a month, and then you'd make your money in DVDs as well, too, right?
Yeah.
We're at 90, so they probably were ready to drop it onto VHS fairly quickly. You would have to think you're hedging your bets on that as well. Mm-hmm. So, and that global isn't going to include rental sales. And I know this movie is mostly people rented it. Ross is the first person I knew that went to the theaters, and then Slade. Yeah, I know 2 people that saw it in theaters now. But I do know more people that rented it than that have seen it.
Well, my mom never found a bargain movie theaters that she didn't like. So a lot of this kind of movie, that's a pretty short run, because this kind of movie might have played the 2 or 3 weeks and then just followed the bargain theaters out into the,
and that's fine. And they won't record the bargain theaters because they're just buying the reel from somewhere else, and then I don't even know if really the movie studios make anything off of the dollar theaters or 50-cent theaters. It's just like I got the reel of the movie and threw it out there.
The popcorn, really.
Exactly. So
when I remember, because we didn't have a VCR in 1980, and I saw Flash Gordon played in theaters for about 3 months, but they were way out in the boonies and $1.50 and cheap popcorn and lots of kids.
I remember movies going back to theater before VHS was prevalent.
Yeah.
A movie would come out, and then the next year the movie would be back in theaters again.
Only the big ones, though.
Well, Star Wars did it. Snow White, Disney did it. I think Ghostbusters did it too. Like, it played for a little bit, then it went back. Karate Kid is one that did. Like, it was the big ones. But I do remember that because it was late 80s before we got a VCR. I remember renting a VCR.
Yeah.
That was like a big deal. Like,
big time.
Wow, we're gonna rent a VCR and the movies. Like, holy, the dad got a bonus this month or something.
We're gonna get 6 movies and make this count.
we're doing great, man. I remember that big ass hard case that it came in like it was Fort Knox.
Yeah.
And Dad's like, no one touched this fucking thing because it's going back exactly as we got it. I ain't paying I guarantee you probably had to pay like a deposit or some shit too, and got your deposit back.
It's the suitcases you'd see in those movies where the military's delivering some sort of device.
Yeah. Like a trunk.
The timer's in the middle, and there's these metal cylinders around it.
Yeah.
That was and there was no remote control. You pushed all the buttons on the VCR to do everything you wanted to do.
My job.
Oh my God. And it wasn't that long ago, which is crazy.
No, it really wasn't, guys. All right, hardware. Sorry, Jay, man.
I was just listening to the VHS stores and thinking I think we just bought one, and then we'd rent the movies. We never rented the actual machine, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, we only did it I want to say we did it twice, and then it was by that time you're like, you might as well go buy one, you know, because eventually you're spending more money than anything.
Well, she's hanging off the edge here, which is kind of cool, and then she smashes through.
She's hanging off of an electrical wire.
Yeah, man, this was tough.
Yeah, because he couldn't reach out to save her, or it would kill them both.
Right,
because he would ground her out.
Yeah.
Also, I never knew this till the 4K.
He's a cyborg.
The Mark 13 is right there next to where the wire's connecting, attached to the building.
Yeah, so he's in between them or whatever.
He is in between them. And yeah, Dylan's got the robotic hand. But I think even just a normal human that would have conducted.
No, she would, we're totally grounded.
I thought her hand, I'm pointing at the screen that you can't see, but I thought her hand had been turned into hamburger from that whole incident there. Like the way she's lying on that table.
That does look way more.
It's just because her hand is on where their food was.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's like she's gripping.
So it landed like in a sushi bowl or something.
Yeah, like it's just like that's just a weird. I don't know why that's just an unfortunate or.
I mean, they play it up like she's dead. Like that's what they're doing. You see the way her legs are twisted. She doesn't move for like we get this entire interaction now between Mo and the robot, and Mo. I think it's at this point the robot's already stabbed him, so Mo's got hit with the death drug. So now he starts feeling good, which is why we get the trip he goes on, which is him remembering all the good stuff. Like there's a moment where he doesn't have a robotic hand anymore. You know, it looks like an error, but it's not. He's remembering something as a happy type thing. I'm also still, this I think is something we should interpret. It's probably coming up here in a little bit. I don't know if he realizes what's happening, and instead of allowing the robot to kill him, he cuts his own wrists. Like, is that just so he has his own control over his death in this moment? Or I always thought it was a little weird because we know he's dying. That's the drug.
Yeah, because we saw and he should know too because he knows.
He saw some of it, but I don't know if he knew every little detail though.
Yeah, I didn't understand this bit at all, and they made such a big deal about it. And they showed his hands, and
he has the boot knife. He pulls it. He cuts himself twice.
Yeah,
like he does the one, and he sucks on the one, so he's trying to get because you're not sucking the poison out. It stabbed him in the chest, so he's getting the blood flowing out of his wrist, and then he cuts it again, all while he's still tripping on the drug, dying. So I'm like, are you trying to die faster? Are you trying to just make a statement of I'm in control of my own destiny and I'm not going to let this thing kill me? I'm going to kill myself in it. And I don't know. This has been one of those like creative decisions that Richard Stanley could probably answer and probably does. I don't know. I haven't watched the commentary yet, but this one's always kind of confused me.
Yeah. And then he's got the big trippy. Yeah. So here he is. He cuts.
The spiral. Yeah, there it is, right there. Just. And
I think he's just like I'm not gonna let this thing end me. I'll do it myself, but he's still gonna get the benefits of the drug because.
So maybe he doesn't know he's drugged, but maybe he knows he's dying. Like maybe he didn't know the specifics of the drug.
Right.
So I mean that's possible, but it's kind of wild that he does this.
The robot can finish him off. Or something,
I don't know.
Well, I can't remember. Does the drug makes them happy that they're dying, but then the robot still has to kill them?
No, the drug is supposed to kill them. The drug.
Okay, the drug is enough. Okay.
So it destroys the cells, from what I remember.
Yeah, so it destroys all this. So you got to look at it in this way. So the government has created this droid to go after procreators, and the ones that are the highest offenders, they're going to kill them. They're not going to torture them like the Mark 13. The Mark 13 has been messed up. It's, Johnny 5 backwards.
Right.
It now wants to destroy. It almost kind of wants her in a way that we can get into later that I kind of think kind of happens here. But this particular robot is about the torture because it stabs Porkins, which is supposed to be how they kill. But then it goes, nah, and goes more grotesque in the death.
Right.
So this one's malfunctioning, but the original intent was the drug was supposed to kill the people. Just stab them, make them happy. They'll die. We all feel better about ourselves, and that's it. So yeah, I think that was the original intent, but the robot also had other armaments, it shows, but it also adds a lot because that's what was laying around her apartment. I don't think the original had a saw blade or a chainsaw.
No, those are her implements.
Yeah. So
Angry Gamer, hey, how's it going? We do have 5 votes. When I did my He-Man poll, we lost Ross there for a second. When I did my He-Man poll, I had 71 votes. So a lot more people were excited for He-Man than they were for this. But on this vote, we got 5 votes, and 2 people voted 5 out of 5. And then one person voted 4 out of 5, one person voted 3 out of 5, and one person voted 2 out of 5. So someone doesn't like this movie.
Wow, 2 out of 5.
That's crazy low. There's no way.
Have you seen the movie, or are you just like, I want to be different and I don't want to follow convention?
Yeah, that could be a.
It's a bit
So we saw where she gets the bat here. She grabs the bat.
So this is still the dream. There he is
The
with
dream,
regular hands.
Yeah.
He also dies in almost like a pose. Kind of reminiscent to Shades when he's getting ready to go on his trip. Dylan dies in this like peaceful state. But yeah, you can see that hand that's sticking up should have been his robotic one.
Right.
And so he's got 2 human. Plus it's also kind of looking like normally she's ignoring him. Whenever he's talking to her and she's laying in bed. This one, she turns, she's engaging with what he's saying. They embrace again. So he's seeing that perfect relationship that he was wanting from her that she just couldn't give. This scene right here.
Let's go back.
It's very hard to see. So she gets the baseball bat, but the way Stanley did this shot, because they're on the floor below and she is leading everyone and the people are following her and she's bloody. She's got the bandage around her head. Looks like a bandana, got the bat. I swear, dude, to me, it just invokes like coming up out of hell and just going to battle. And whenever she finds Mo, it's like this almost angelic look, like he's almost lit a little brighter and she's gotten to her prize or whatever it is, even though he's dead. But there's a lot of like visuals here that invoke, hell and heaven and all these other like just these state of minds almost that Stanley likes to do.
Yeah. She's coming to save Mo. She's saying, I'm coming to help. Like she's become the hero.
Oh yeah. She's a hero. But when we can't get probably to pause perfectly, but they're ascending the steps. It's like she's coming from the depths of hell and it's red. It's dark. There's blacks everywhere. There's blood, and she makes her this kill. This is the second best one to the skeezy motherfucker. Yeah, I hated that the dude had to die, but man, the blood squirt.
It's horror, man. They gotta go back
there. Yeah, I mean, you can even see the blood spray, just like those old samurai movies where it's just fucking spraying out on top of everybody. It's the yard sprinkler, and then the way the movie keeps going, but those doors keep closing like their teeth. Yeah. And just, again, man, it's just like this hellscape that she has to go into to defeat this demon, is so wild.
It also, the way the door is constructed, it's like anything that is not organic is basically death, right?
Yes, you're right.
Technology is death, like anything metal, whatever.
Yeah, saws.
It's like the building is turning against her or them. Yeah, and J-Man, the saw, the weapon, everything now has become a weapon that has just been a tool of creation all the way up until technology gets control over it. And now it's a tool of destruction.
Except for the water and the wood. Those are those are the only 2 weapons that can be used, right? Is
the most primitive,
Those are the only 2 she's got, and she grabbed the bat from that guy who was there. We saw him earlier in a freeze frame.
Yep,
it's like the world has been designed by Gore.
Yeah. There's come on, it's terrible. Black on black violence.
Somewhere Wesley in my intro is shaking his head too.
Don't bet on black.
Not in this movie.
Don't bet on black at all in this movie.
Bet on red because it's all red.
I wasn't sure if we were going to make this one, but I did think exactly what you're thinking when I saw that death. I was like, really?
No, so that wasn't supposed to happen. It wasn't supposed to. There was supposed to be a way more elaborate death for both the guys, but they didn't have time.
Yeah,
they just didn't have time. Money was already running out. This movie was supposed to cost, I think, a quarter of what they said.
Yeah,
and they kept saying, "Oh, it'll only be $500,000 now," and then, oh, we only need a little bit more, right? And then what happened was that it went out to the Weinsteins after the fact. I think it's like it was supposed to be that British theater or whatever it was that was producing the whole thing. And they're like, yeah, we can produce it. It's like, what do you think the budget's good? It's like, oh, this sounds really cool. Yeah, it'll be all in one room. It's pretty small. You know, like he already shot the short film of that. It's like, okay, yeah, we could do it for 200,000 or 300,000. Oh, let's do that. You know, pounds. It was, you know,
right.
And then it was like, oh yeah, we're gonna need like 5 or 6. They're like, oh, maybe we could do it. I don't know. It's like, yeah, this is like going to be over $1 million. They're like, okay, what is happening here? Like,
that's also why the other reason he couldn't do the sequel was the rights got split.
Yes,
and that's what happens. One owns half of a movie, the other ones that even distribute it own the other half of the movie, and that's how movie franchises get destroyed. Is from lack of funding and going and, you know, asking for money from all these different places.
Yeah, you're diluting it or whatever.
You really are. So yeah, this is just visual candy. This entire like final battle, man. It's just like you get to see more of the robot. You get to see robot vision as she's running around. She puts the helmet on, which you know doesn't do anything other than keep glass out of her eyes, but it gives her that other like layer of protection that she's going for. And like we said, she's fighting the most technologically advanced weapon the United States, whatever the world government has devised, with a bat.
And you know what? I just realized it when you said the blood squirting like a samurai movie. She's dressed like a samurai.
Yeah, she
totally
is.
Oh.
She's been wearing that robe that is reminiscent of a kimono.
Yep.
And even her headband, right?
Yep. She and swinging a weapon that's not a sword, but like a sword. Totally.
Right. 1 second. I'm just putting some links.
Oh, you're fine.
Guys, we're streaming this on all of our platforms at the same time. So can you guys make sure you're subscribed to everybody? 2000 AD podcast. I had that here. I don't think all the links are in the description, but I thought I'd throw them up in the chat so it's easier for people.
Yep.
All right, let's continue on here. This is close. We're real close to the end here. This is the final battle. She's in the shower. And the drill is very phallic. And she uses the bat to bust it up. So it was like a reverse. It was basically Richard Stanley said, oh, I want to do a shower scene like Psycho, but then it gets reversed. Like she ends up fighting the thing back or whatever.
Well, the first time it attacks her, it uses that drill and she's laying down.
Very prone.
It's very prone, very Evil Deadish tree scene. I love this bathroom scene because this is the only time that colors are just bright. This white tile, fluorescent light. It's so stark and drastically changed. And now the robot is all black. No more color to it. No more anything. It is charred because it got exploded by the acetylene tank. Plus caught on fire. He didn't show it, but when she thinks this movie has like 3 different endings because she thinks she's destroyed it, blown it up, and they all open that door and it opens wide and they're all like heroes, but Mo's got that shotgun on her and she's freaking out, and then she falls and that thing's on fire behind her. Like that shot is so freaking cool.
Look at that.
I love this.
Yeah.
That is a perfect grab right there, dude.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's just coincidental.
I think he stole that the shower head with the water coming out of it from Psycho.
Oh yeah, he totally says that. This is his Psycho moment. Right. But it's way more visceral. But dude, that freaking Desert Eagle just pointed right, and it's like this in this moment. It's like this robot is cognizant of what it's doing. Like it stops and looks, and it's like you can hear it go, "Fuck." That's what you hear it say right now.
Mm-hmm. And apparently, they don't have any Clorox spray in the future because that shower is fucking filthy.
Yeah, you know, nobody's gotten any from the Junkers or anything like that.
So
he readies himself. Like he treats getting this weapon as almost like a ceremony that he's got to do.
and he jumped through. So there's these doors are closing, and he does do it for real. They didn't slow it down or edit, trick it or anything. He really just jumps it. He made it.
You can watch him doing the timing.
He does. He does do it. It's shown on camera without cuts.
And this is where it gets back into that, like, there's something there, because this is like his hero moment to save her. Right. You know, oh, that shot's cool too.
Look at all the weapons that it has.
God, look at that shot.
There's
its dick wagging out. I love the lighting, how they ran it through it, and that's the water hitting it, basically electrocuting it. But oh my God, dude. Yeah. It just to be on a movie set creating this shit would be a dream. Like seriously, just what looks cool. What would you and there's the broken back. There
beautiful.
It is.
Broken on the first hit.
Yeah. You get that great shot, full back. She swings it on its head, and when she whips it back, it's in pieces.
Yeah.
And it's hanging on for dear life. She hits it like 4 more times. And if you look, I don't know if it'll pause on it, while it's broken, Shades is still in the background.
Yeah.
And he's up against the wall. Because if she swings that back too wild, boom, that's hitting him. So he's fearing for his life for real.
Now look at this weird, what is this behind her?
That looks like, it almost looks like an umbrella.
A little bit.
It's like an animal or something. I don't know what the hell that is. That's super
wild.
Weird.
Yeah.
Can't make it out.
I can't either.
There it is. Now it's dead.
Blown up. The head is split in half, which is cool. I love that it goes back and shows the nomad. The hand looks awesome.
Yeah.
So whose feet are more cut up, hers or John McClane's?
Oof.
John McClane's, because did you see the thickness of the candy glass in that shower?
Yeah, you can just kind of pick it up and toss it aside.
That's the only thing 4K fucked up on this was the show me that it's 1-inch glass candy.
That's it.
Oh,
Too
man.
good.
Yeah.
Let's take a quick look. Let's take a quick look at the 2000 AD.
Shock.
Yeah, shock. 1 second. So, I mean, it's all over the place because it's just JPEG. Did you, Ross? Did you happen to find it? Or you didn't find it, right?
No, it's in your drive, bro.
Oh, is it in the drive? Oh, hold on a second. Well, it'll only take 1 second to download that.
Oh, you're fine. We're good.
2008 annual and
so I'm going to boycott the Oscars because Deathstalker wasn't nominated for Best Song.
I know it is the best song.
It had to compete against Sinners, apparently. So I don't.
Oh, that doesn't have a better song than Deathstalker.
Nothing has a better song. What song are you talking about?
That folk song that they
It's
sing,
pretty
the
good.
Irish one that they do. Like,
what else they got nominated for Best Song then? That's so good. Something from Wicked, probably.
Oh, I guarantee Wicked did, but Sinners, I think, has a nomination in almost every single category.
Well, hold on a second. We're gonna play this for Deathstalker.
I'll have my revenge, and Deathstalker too.
And that music, that music is in it, and because I pre-ordered the full Deathstalker thing, so I'll have the CD soundtrack, which I will give to you guys.
Oh,
I will make sure. And I have the Deathstalker song on iTunes. I bought it on iTunes after we saw the movie.
I think you uploaded that not too long ago when you put all the movies, because wasn't it part 4 that was really hard to get? So you put it
you're the guy who got part 4. Oh no. Was that you? Yeah. It was that. Oh no, you got me part 3. So part 4, I actually put part 4.
I was gonna say, I thought we had all of them in the drive.
No, you do have them all.
Yeah.
The part 4 movie, I have on VHS. It's right there.
Yeah.
And I put it on DVD.
Oh, nice.
So, and then I had put it on DVD myself, and then I put the DVD in digital, but I lost it. But Sean had it.
Oh, nice.
So Sean's like, you gave me a digital version. I was like, oh. So now 3 I was going to do, but I Ross already had it, so I just grabbed Ross's, and then 1 and 2 are on 4K, which I have, and those are available everywhere.
Yeah.
All right, so let's take a look at Shock.
And I'm like you. I had 3 on VHS, and then I acquired a digital copy elsewhere.
Right. It
Because
was the only way we could do it for the longest time.
Still can. Still can.
Yep.
So look at all this.
Hey, was that Space Odyssey? Oh, here's Shock.
Filler.
No, that's not it.
No,
that's Shock's later.
but that's one of those Future Shock.
Ooh, look at that.
So
Robusters.
So that's where the ABC Warriors came out. It was Robusters.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And we're just gonna do Shock. We don't have time to do this whole thing because I gotta.
All right, yeah, we got Shock.
But this is what we do when we do Fantastic Fridays and Earth's Mightiest Mondays. We just read the whole comic together with chat.
Oh.
Those are like really pretty good. And the He-Man stream, I know you guys, a couple of you guys missed it. That had like 50 people watching live and 71 unique votes came in for that. And that's just.
Oh, I admit,
I mean,
your generation, that is a cultural. I had
Yeah.
no idea. I had no idea till I started talking to you guys and seeing just how much in love with He-Man you guys are. Still.
Yeah. I didn't pass it, did I? know it's.
No,
I think
yeah,
it's,
it's
the end.
way at the end.
It's almost the last one in this issue. Because that's how little space they had to fill up. Just give me something, and they threw it at the end. I've read this one a few times.
The story or the
Shock story. I've only flipped through this particular issue like once or twice.
Okay, how did I miss it?
It's really short.
Do we know what page? Well, what will it say? It'll say what page it's on at the front, right?
Oh, wait a minute. This is the 2000 AD annual, right? Go back to the
Yeah.
cover.
Yeah.
Go back to the cover. Oh, yeah, no,
that's not it. It's the Judge
annual.
Oh, it's the Dread Annual.
So that's the one that you got for me. Was the wrong one. But that's
So this must have something else on it, or is that the one that you asked for? I think you asked for this.
Yeah, well, I said, yeah. Can you give me the one that's got that story? And then you said that's the one you gave me, and I was like, oh, thanks. No.
So wait, but I do have the Judge Dredd Annual because I definitely.
Yeah,
let me.
It should be the one that's behind Ross right now. Annual 1981.
No, I don't have it on this computer. It doesn't matter. I've got photos of it.
So,
Yeah.
That's enough. We can walk everybody through it.
Okay, well, I can send you a link.
No. I can't use that site.
What, the
That
Barney
site-
site?
What you can try, but like it messes up my thing every time.
Oh.
Share screen. See, I have to look at it like this. Well, that's the only irritating thing.
That's it right there.
So there's the page one. You could see like they bring Shock. He's the boyfriend. He comes home, right?
That's the head right there next to the.
That's the head. There's the skull head or whatever. So that's that was page one. Was that page one?
Yeah.
So I guess this is it. Did it open it or did it go into another window? Oh, it's in another window. Oh, that's gonna be fucking irritating. Hold on. This is only gonna take a second.
That's fine.
I
just really want to see it jump out of the vacuum bag, which I think is fucking hilarious.
Right. Hold on.
Like, really? Like, I'm going to vacuum up the parts and that'll take care of it. And then it busts out of the fucking bag vacuum.
Okay. I'm just converting them to like.
Oh, you're fine.
1 second. Almost done.
I saw when I first heard about this, like you kind of thought that it was like, oh, it's just kind of similar. But dude, when I actually read the whole Shock thing, and I was like, she gets in the fucking fridge. Like
that's really exact.
You didn't just happen to make the same thing someone else did. You knew about this.
He's a soldier going off to war who buys her the thing as a gift, and it's kind of like.
I mean, there's a ton of similarities when you read it, but then there's just points when it comes like, there's no way you can argue this. Like,
right.
See, look, he's out in the thing, and look, he meets this guy.
That's the
right.
Yeah.
That's Alvy or whatever.
Yep.
Right. He gets the thing, goes back. There's like, hey babe, hey, how's it going? Yeah, I got you this awesome little skull thing. all right, take it easy. I got to go. So then he takes off.
The vacuum is like a helper robot. It's like a Roomba, but back in 1981. And she goes, clean up this mess, and it vacuums up the pieces that he dumps out on the floor.
Right.
So that's why the vacuum's talking in that one square right there.
Oh, right. Yes, miss. It's like the Jetsons.
So, and it's moving around in the background. And yeah, it's just about to do it. So she's talking to it, cleaning up the mess. She got her hot too, so that works for the girl. But then you start seeing it rip, and then boom, it's already formed itself, jumping out of the vacuum. I love that panel right there.
That's a great image.
That is so freaking cool.
Yeah. So far, the guy bringing her the robot head, and then it forming itself. The way it's happening is completely different with her being an artist and all of that. And we didn't see the guy in the wasteland finding it and everything. Right. So like,
it's all like add-on stuff because this is all, you know.
Yeah, you gotta make it version of it.
Yeah.
It says shock. I love that. Shock.
So now it's actually just a half and it's attacking.
Yeah, it has no legs, but it formed itself on there. And if you look on its chest, it's not the judge badge, but there's like a badge insignia on its chest, like military style. It's chasing her around.
Surprise.
Yep, that's where it's behind the blinds.
Yeah, behind the blinds.
Out and grabs.
Help.
Hits acid in its eyes.
Yeah.
So she affects that.
That's in there too, yeah.
Then just people passing by.
Yeah.
I love just a little bit of world building. She's got the spear weapon looking award thing. She stabs it with, yep.
I killed him, it's over.
Nope. Shocked to death.
And then
she goes into the kitchen. Yep. Yeah. Hides behind. Now Mo's on his way back home, but the soldier. Yep.
She's like, I killed it. I shocked it to death. No.
Wow.
Yeah, and she becomes shocked.
Yeah. Now there is a color. Someone, I don't know where this came from.
There's the badge insignia on its chest right there. Yep. I think it was a later release on when they redid them. They did colorized versions.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
So there you go.
It's cool. It's unique, but honestly, once you read that and you go, yeah, that's hardware. There's no denying it.
Oh, definitely. That's definitely taken from there or whatever.
It's at least worth screen credit. So.
I would agree. Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. Yeah. I mean, the movie to me is like way better than that story because that's just like a goofy thing. But like,
Jay
came from something is cool.
Jay, if you were a vacuum, you would be horrified by that.
I know. Yeah. It gets tears out of the vacuum.
Yeah, hey, they predicted
years to get that story on screen, bro. So I mean,
that's right.
Yeah. Well, I think so. We should. I guess we'll do. So I showed Steven Salute of the Jugger, and he really liked it. And Sean has seen it now, and Charlie will watch it. I've seen it. I've seen it like 6 times or whatever it is. And then Ross is gonna. Well, I've put on the drive for you guys Blood of Heroes. Now that should be a decent, okay quality, but it's missing 14 minutes and it doesn't have the Jugger ending. And the Jugger ending to me is so awesome. Like again, my wife is watching a little bit. I said, look at it. And it's like, and then Sean messaged me. And the first thing Sean said was like, what the hell? That thing at the end was awesome. I was like, I know, that was ridiculous. So he's like, what the heck? Those guys were awesome. What the heck? So it's like, I was like, I know. And they have a name for them too, which I won't say what they are. But anyways, I was like, that's awesome. That's all cut out. So I have Salute of the Jugger on the drive, but I think it's like the VHS version and it's not even widescreen. So by the way, that this 4K that Charlie and I've got and Steve and Sean got is the first time in widescreen, proper widescreen. it's the first time ever that it's been proper widescreen, because even Blood of Heroes, it's not 185 fully. It's, I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
But like,
I have both of the files that you shared.
Yeah, so you can watch whichever. Watch Blood of Heroes if you want, and then just watch the ending of Jugger. And I'll just tell you, there's a scene missing in Blood of Heroes. So Blood of Heroes has a campfire scene, which Salute of the Jugger doesn't have. But in place of that, there's a really cool world building scene, and Charlie has never seen this. There's like a vehicle. There's actually a motorized vehicle that looks like a pretty awesome kind of. It's like, whoa, and Blood of Heroes has no vehicles, actually. If you watch that again, there's no vehicles at all.
So for those that don't know, Blood of Heroes is the Americanized version of Salute of the Juggers. They cut it down, faster pacing, and that's what we had. Like until this, I didn't know there was another version of this movie, like fully released. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this
is one of the few movies like it that I didn't see in the theater, and then it was like, it'd show up at the video store and they'd be like, there's like other stuff I think I'll get to.
Yeah, no, I'm loving it. Like, I just can't get enough of it.
Were you like totally into Blood of Heroes for a long time, and then this is just kind
No, I saw nothing.
He had never seen these till
I don't even know what this is. I went on Umbrella, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna order Dust Devil, and it's like, oh crap. It's like $30 or $35 shipping. I thought,
just shipping threshold,
yeah. So it's like $200 for free shipping. It's like, well, that means I need to spend another $100. I'm like, what am I going to get?
You know what? There's logic to that. So
there's logic. So I scrolled through and I saw the big like the two arms. I was like, ooh, this looks awesome. I was like, what's this? Salute of the Jugger. I was like, that sounds like a cool movie. That sounds like a cool name. I didn't watch the trailer even. I was like, who's in this? Like, oh, Rucker Hauer, Joan Chen. I was like, oh yeah, I'll get this. And I was like, okay, I'll get it. And then I started getting pumped up for it. I was like, I'm really excited to watch this Jugger thing. Like, what is this? It's like some weird, it looked like Mad Max or something. I was like, this is gonna be awesome. And then it took forever because it was already out, but Dust Devil wasn't out till December. Then it takes like a month to get it. So I got it in January, last week or so of January. And I was so excited. I threw it on, immediately watched it. I was like, holy crap, this was fucking awesome. What the hell? And then that's it. Rabbit hole. I watched all the Jugger tournaments. I was watching documentaries on the sport of Jugger, which came out of this movie. It's not called Jugger. They're called Juggers.
Yes.
But that's not what the sport is called. It's just called the game. They just call it the game.
Yeah.
But anyways, then I read all the rules to it because it comes in that thing. And I read all of I looked at all the production. So I didn't read the script because it's pretty close to what the guy wanted. It's the director, it's the writer-director. The writer is the guy, or the director and writer did Unforgiven, Blade Runner, Leviathan, a few other ones. It's like, I mean, it's crazy.
Did you see Richard Norton was in the credits as stunts?
Yeah, Richard Norton is in the movie. He's a Jugger.
Yeah,
he's a Jugger at the end, so you'll be happy to see Richard Norton. I was pretty shocked when I saw him because I was, oh my god,
who was in Judge Dredd, which comes back to the movie we watched tonight,
right? And the toe cutter is another villain in it because he's just forever villain. So I was like, he's that 3-name guy. I can't remember his name. I just know he's that 3-name guy with a hyphen.
Something Burn.
Keys.
Keys Burn.
Something. Yeah. Yep, so I was like, oh, it's the toe cutter. He's just called the toe cutter. I know he's a Morton Joe, but I like toe
Morton
cutter.
Joe later, but yeah.
So I've got the two files that you shared with us.
Right.
And I watched Blood of Heroes because you said that was the better quality, and the Jugger one though is only like a VHS rip or something like that. Or
I think so. I mean, I didn't. I just put it on there. I just looked to see if it worked because I'm watching the 4K. Like I can't. Right. But I watched the work print. The work print has all the footage of Blood of Heroes, like the campfire scene that's missing. And it has the Jugger scenes together, and it has extra scenes, but no extra scenes. It doesn't have any extra scenes. It just has longer versions of the scenes you already saw.
Right.
So that the work print is bullshit, and it's not cleaned up because it goes from looking normal to looking like garbage so you could see where what was cut. Like they're literally walking. So like, for example, this doesn't spoil anything, when Dog Boy is injured, right? And they're walking away, and then Vincent D'Onofrio's character comes up to him and gives him one of the bussers, is what it's called, to help him walk. So that is cut out of all prints. But like, then the next thing we just see, he's walking. Well, we could assume someone gave it to him to help him.
Right.
Yeah.
Like it's nothing, right? The only differences are Blood of Heroes has the campfire scene where they talk about a jugger that scored on himself. And then that's it. And then, but that scene is not in Jugger, but in Jugger, there's another scene that's really cool that I thought was like awesome. It's like, oh, this is so neat. There's a vehicle in it. I was like, oh, this looks cool. Cause I watched Jugger first, and I saw Blood of Heroes. I was like, hey, shit. I was like, where's that? There's that weird vehicle. That's not there. And I was like, oh, there's this campfire thing. I don't remember this. It's like, oh, that's different. So I don't know. I like the campfire scene, but it really just is to explain that the Jugger, it's nothing to do with just them hanging around. So I'd rather have the other part, because the other part talks about the cities and stuff too. And in the end, it's Red City versus Black City. If you know that what the game that's happening, it's Black City that's fighting. Anyway, so but the ending in Blood of Heroes, it ends, and then in Salute of the Jugger, it continues on. And you'll notice something is weird now that I've said that, you'll notice it's weird because the credits start coming up while there's still footage going on, and the footage is muted, and there's footage happening like after the game footage.
Okay. And
there's still credits coming up, and you're like, okay, why would you do that? There's way more. There's like 5 minutes after that. Like, and what it is after that is awesome. And like the last shot is pumped up, but the second last shot is, you're like I'm sitting there thinking, oh, they've got to just they've just got to continue this. Like, this movie shouldn't end here. They just need to go right. Because Sean, man, as soon as Sean had seen it, we talked. He's like, "What the hell? That thing at the end." I was like, "I know, what the hell was that?" He's like, and I was like, and I thought it looked like something. I don't want to say it because Charlie. I want to see if Charlie.
I don't want to be spoiled. I actually want to see it.
I want not this the spoilers, because I want to see what you think it looks like, because. Yeah. I think that you're going to say the same thing that I'm going to say, and I don't want to say it just because I want to see if you say the thing.
Yeah.
Because I said it to Sean. I said,
don't influence me.
Yeah. I won't influence you. Yeah.
I also like that Al's going to die, because every time you've said Jugger, he's going to take a shot. So.
Take it, Jugger. But yeah, so the Blood of Heroes is the American version, which I mean, had I seen the American version, I'd be like, this is awesome. Like, it's a damn.
I remember enjoying it, but like I told you, it disappeared into obscurity. Like, never got any new releases.
Was it a VHS thing back in the day, Charlie? Or
it was just a VHS back in, I just remember it because it was always right with all the other like post-apocalyptic movies where we would rent movies. You know, so you'd have like Wheels of Fire and the Brooklyn movie, like all those Italian rip-off ones. And then it would have Blood of Heroes. And I remember watching it the first time. I know we're going to talk about it eventually, but you're like, it's a sports movie set in Mad Max time. Like, it's totally out left field. Yeah, but it's still fucking great. Like, it's still a good movie.
That's probably why I never saw it like in the first go around back in the days, because like it's one of those tournament movies. It's basically a post-apocalyptic Kumite movie, and I was like, but Rutger Hauer is not a Kumite guy. He's not like Van Damme or somebody you want to see in a.
But
to be fair, when you're watching, part of the reason I didn't love the movie is because the Jugger fights, they kind of look like they were just sort of lightly tapping each other with the weapons.
Not in the ones I watched. Like, I showed it to Steve, and we're like, holy crap! Like, some people got friggin' nailed bad. Like, especially Gonzo at the end. I was like, shit, that guy got fucking nailed.
I always like, when I saw it, it immediately made me think of like Rollerball. Stuff like
I love Rollerball also.
Stuff like that. So you got in. I like just the idea of this, like, the world kind of stops, but it didn't. Like, people still needed to play sports. It's like the Rambo 3 where they're playing the game with the goat skin. Like, even in the midst of battle and all this other shit, they gotta let off some steam and play a game. I always kind of attribute it to that kind of feel.
Sure. I'll give it another look. I'll give the longer version.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching.
Really pay attention to the.
So wait, did you watch Blood of Heroes? Did you watch the one I gave you already?
Yeah, I watched the DVD rip of it all the way through. I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was okay, but I guess I was expecting more.
You're right.
Yeah.
Okay. I know. I like.
I'll give it another look since you guys are like so hot on it. I enjoyed. Once again, I enjoyed Hardware a lot more hearing you guys talk about it than I did just sitting here watching.
We're the ultimate hype team for Ross.
No, but it's going to be it's going to be impossible to not like Salute of the Jugger after I friggin' like. It's not going to be Point Break. That was like my most epic.
That was fucking epic.
That was epic, guys. So Steve, we were and Ross. I'll go to the actual Elite and find Point Break, and I'll find you the clip. Mm-hmm. Like I watched Point Break when it came out. I thought this is a really cool movie. I like this movie, and then I had it on DVD or whatever, and then I never watched it. Then like Owen gave it to me on Blu-ray. He's like, "We're gonna do a stream on Point Break." I was like, "Yeah, that's a really cool movie." So I watched it on Blu-ray. I was like, "Oh my god, this is like pretty awesome." And I was like, "Okay, wait a minute." And then I ordered the 4K tin. Like I watched the Blu-ray and then ordered the 4K tin and then watched the 4K the next day. And I wrote a shit ton of notes. So we're doing the stream. Everyone's talking. This is. I have to say this because this is a great moment for me. Like everyone's talking. Oh, this is a great movie. Then they're saying all this stuff, and it's like, Jay, what did you think? And it was like a Ross 20, but like it was like 25 minutes of like super. But the thing is like,
you ever seen The Last Dragon when Bruce Leroy came up out of the water and he's glowing? And he goes, "No, I'm the master." That was J-Man's chi fucking alive. He wasn't sitting; he was levitating.
He was reading notes as opposed to my rambles of go nowhere.
He said he talked. All he did was open his mouth, and light shone through his mouth. And all of us just absorbed the enlightenment that was J-Man's essence. And it was fucking wild.
No, but you got to watch Steve's like, you got to watch Steve's like, he's like, oh, like, because he didn't like Bodhi or whatever, but and I had a whole thing with that, but like I don't know what happened, guys. Like I watched that movie and I discovered the meaning of life, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. But like there was evidence. I had evidence for every point I
backed
made.
It all up. This was not. I love the movie. This was J-Man. No. You would have thought he had done his entire college thesis on Point Break.
Yeah,
and we're all like all of it. I'm pretty sure. No, I went before you. Thank God, because there was no way I was going to fucking follow that.
Yeah, I think
because I was just like, it's badass, it's awesome, it's skydiving and surfing and Keanu Reeves. J-Man turned into Keanu Reeves. Like that's what happened in that fucking episode. Like that's the one I tell people about. Check out Action Elite. Go watch Point Break and tell me you don't want to watch us anymore. Like that's the one to go to.
I don't know why, because I never thought that movie was that great. I thought it was okay. Something clicked though, and I understood the meaning of all of it. Not in a joking way. It's a damn awesome masterpiece. Yeah. Like you. It's not me being funny. Like I'm being funny. Oh, that was badass. Like I'm like, no, this. I was watching.
He's dropping points, and Steven is there, but I am also like, I'm just like. I didn't know.
I have never seen this movie you're talking about.
What movie?
We watch the same movie?
We didn't watch the same. I don't know what happened on Point.
I've seen Gross Point Blank. Is that what you maybe watched? I don't know.
It was Circle of Iron, but I was the only one. Like I was the only one who did it.
I was not prepared for Circle of Iron level discussions for Point Break on the War Room. That's exactly what it was.
I did listen. I mean, this happens. I listened to you guys talking about the He-Man trailer, and
I'm hyped up for
my old fart heart because I was too old for it. The one thing I'm going to disagree with you though was you kept comparing it to Dick Tracy as a dead franchise, and
I didn't compare that. That was Sean.
Yeah,
okay, well, since Sean isn't here, I could shit all over his theory.
Right.
So I think
no. But hold on a second, Ross. We shat over Sean's theory on that, on that stream because he He-Man's always been around with toys and some sort of cartoon or something, and like there's always been something, comic books. It never went away in the way Dick Tracy really did go away.
Well, right. Yeah. So I agreed with that part of the theory, with that answer. I would say I would akin it more to Flash Gordon, because
that's
Flash Gordon had like the 1980 movie and the Filmation cartoon, and there was always a comic book or always
Defenders of the Earth they had Defenders of the Earth for a bit. No, the thing with He-Man is that you could see this was a trailer that really touched people. Like I do my streams, they're pretty good. Like there's a lot of people watching now. It's getting to these streams. Sunday nights are not that great, which is why we're only doing these once every so often. But anyway, it doesn't matter. So we did He-Man, and I impromptu said, let's do a quick He-Man stream. And literally, there's so many people watching. The panel was on fire. The chat was like crazy on fire. And I had 71 votes, which means 71 unique visitors to that stream to vote on.
Yeah.
And I had on my channel, there was 41 people watching at the highest amount, and Sean had about 6 or 7, and Steve had about 6 or 7 on his. Like we all streamed it together, and it was pretty massive. And Mark didn't even stream it. And Legion of Comics has a lot of followers. He has more subscribers than me, you, Sean, all of us put together. He has more than that. But anyways, this trailer came out, and people were like, it was either this looks awesome, right, or this looks pretty damn good. That's all it took. And all of a sudden, everyone who's like, this just shows you nobody's looking for the exact thing. They're looking for, this looks like He-Man. It's not exact. There's a few things that are off, right? They did race swaps. They did the race swapping on a couple of guys. They did all of their little things. But end of the day, people were like, I kind of like this. This looks like He-Man. That's all it took. And now it's fire. My entire Facebook is all He-Man talk. It's all He-Man. And you see, it shows you, it's like people are forgiving. There's no Boba Fett talk. Darth Maul. There's a Darth Maul cartoon series. Nobody's talking.
They released it on the same day.
Zero.
And I loved Clone Wars, and I loved the follow-up one with the
Resist or Rebels or whatever.
I loved Rebels, not as much as Clone Wars, but I loved the way they handled Darth Maul in both of them. And but Disney shat the bed so hard with everything.
It's over.
Nobody cares anymore.
Nobody cares. But look at He-Man. Came out of nowhere. The bonus about He-Man, I'll say this and we'll start to wrap up though. The bonus about He-Man was that there was never a definitive He-Man, because the mini comics were Savage He-Man, he gets his armor, right? The cartoon changed that. Then we had Dolph Lundgren's movie, which retooled the cartoon. We had New Adventures, which reinvented the whole thing. We had DC comics, which weren't exactly really the same as the cartoon or the mini comics. Plus we had She-Ra come in. Then we had 2000X, which reinvented the whole thing again from scratch. Then you've got Revelations, which tried to bring it back, but also reinvented things and changed things around and made characters different. Then you had the CGI Netflix cartoon, which completely, again, from scratch, reinvented the whole thing, building it up again. There is no definitive He-Man. There is a definitive Superman. Superman doesn't kill, doesn't do this. It's very obvious. Superman's been reinvented slightly, but not the core of what he is. But He-Man, Savage He-Man, those mini comics and toys have nothing to do at all with that cartoon. Same with Transformers. We're reading the Marvel comics. Grimlock becomes the leader of the Transformers. What episode was that? That's not in the cartoon.
Are you talking about those Simon Furman Transformers ones?
No, I'm talking about Transformers comics from Buddy Ansky or whatever, from the first thing. So, and Blaster is this kick-ass badass warrior who's saving people's he's a kind of a comedy character in the cartoon, not at all the same. Anyways, there's no definitive thing. So people just want to see He-Manisms. It's there's Grayskull. He says, I have the power. Oh, that's Skeletor. Yep, looks like Trapjaw to me. He's got Fistos in there. That looks cool. Mechanic has the triangle eyes. My
biggest complaints were Motto. I mean, I know we've already talked about it.
It's a red flag.
But I'll tell you the one thing that helped that trailer, I hated that I couldn't do it, but the teaser the day before.
Right.
The teaser the day before actually primed us correctly.
That was good.
Giving us the intro, giving us the music,
Yes.
talking to us as our children, our childlike personas when we watched this. That helped when that trailer dropped. Because I'll admit, the first time I watched the trailer, I went, I don't know. But you know what I did? I watched it again. And then I watched it again. And then every time I watched it, I went, I'm feeling it. I'm liking it. I don't really like this, but I'm liking everything else. And I'm there.
And it's blown up. Like, my channel's not that big, but to have that many people tuned in just to hear us talk about the trailer, same as we did here, chaptered it, like went through.
Fandom is 100%. Masters of the Universe, Ghostbusters.
Yeah, they're in.
Like the things you guys, when you were
Transformers,
if you were like 5 years old when it came out, then that's what's popular now. As long as it was done well.
So it's not that. What this movie is proving is that it's not that difficult, and B, Amazon's doing it. So that's pretty pathetic that these people can't seem to get any of it, and it's still going to have. You never know. Maybe it's a garbage movie. Nobody's saying it's 100% going to be awesome, but I can only go by what I'm seeing as it's given to me. So I saw the toys. The toys look good.
And still make them cool. You can
Grayskull looks good.
Still make them cool.
Yeah.
So,
like I've seen people bitching and they're like, "Whoa, where's Orko?" I'm like, they're not going to fucking show you everything in one trailer.
Right.
Like, I don't want to see. I didn't want to see half of what's in there, honestly.
Right.
Like,
and
shocked about.
If Orko's not in it, well, then he's not in it because maybe he'll be in the next one. The Dolph Lundgren movie didn't have him either.
I'm not a big fan of Orko. You're not going to hurt my feelings. So what about me as a massive fan of He-Man? I don't really care about Orko.
Yeah.
So if he's not in it, you're not going to. Doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
Doesn't hurt the
have
movie.
to have every little thing in it, but like the Batman animated series for me
was awesome.
But it was
Top
like a
tier.
funnel for everything we ever liked about Batman.
Yeah.
In one place.
Yeah.
And
It took it from the.
For me to you guys, I hope. Well, I hope this movie is that because people are complaining like, oh, why is he on Earth? Well, he was like on Earth on the He-Man movie, with the Dolph Lundgren movie, and there are people who like the Dolph. I will go see it if there are callbacks to the Dolph Lundgren movie.
Dolph Lundgren's in it.
I fucking love the Dolph.
Dolph Lundgren will be. He's in it.
He's in it.
Cameo.
For sure. He's in it for sure.
Yeah.
He'll be King Grayskull.
I'm already guessing he's King Grayskull, or there's going to be some weird thing that throws back to the movie. Like on Earth or something.
You know what would be really neat? If Adam, because he remembers everything, what if Adam on Earth told this story to someone, Gary Goddard, and then they made the movie, and he's sitting in the theater watching the movie, he's like, hey, that's my story. They took my ideas and stuff and made a movie out of it. Wouldn't that be absolutely bloody hilarious?
Where he goes to a Comic-Con to get Dolph's autograph, and he's like, man, I love you in that movie. Just
to acknowledge, because look, we don't want you. Hey, Sean, how's it going?
What's up, brother?
Hey,
we missed you, buddy.
Yeah.
Shoveling snow again, I bet.
Yeah, I don't know. He messaged. I saw a message from you, Sean. I didn't get a chance to read your message. I'll take a look at it. But yeah, and you see this one trailer has ignited the movie could still be bad, but it doesn't matter. We're looking at a trailer.
We were hyped at the first trailer of Revelations, were we not, J-Man?
For big time.
Yeah,
big time.
We were excited.
Yeah, I was
let
excited.
us down. It let us down.
So
there's always the possibility. The Kevin Smith one.
Kevin Smith one,
Yeah.
And the intros and stuff to that, like having the paintings and showing, like they're talking about, like it's like that's awesome. The first episode's pretty badass of that, right? And then it's like Tila shaves her head and it quits the Palace Guard, which she would never do. She's like a loyal. I don't understand. It's just so weird to me. It's like she's super loyal. She's not a coward. She wouldn't quit and get angry at Adam. You lied to me, and she quits. It's like it's so that's the way. You know why there's no strong women characters? Because that's the way they write them.
Yeah.
I bet you
that's
Tila,
their idea of strong women characters now.
Right. I bet you Tila in this movie will be a good person. You can see she's like, well, this is going to get crazy. She's probably going to be a good person, a good fighter, and a loyal friend. That's what
she was
so
in the
I don't know
cartoon.
what everything is flashing by my eyes when I'm watching that trailer. Was She-Ra in it? And
no, she'll be in it.
She'll be an after credit again.
Yeah, guaranteed after credits. Guaranteed.
She'll be because Hordak will be an after credit type.
They're too much. That's too much to pack.
It's way too much. Like we've already seen Spike Or and like why is this in the trailer? But I'm okay
Spike Or like.
Yeah.
And they went with the Spike or that flesh. I wish they would have gone to see again. Nitpick. I wish they would have gone with Purple Stripe.
Goat Man.
I know Goatman was. I like Goatman.
This is where you guys lose me when you start talking about Stinkor and Moss.
Hold on. No, hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on.
The other old guys laughing with me.
No. You're wrong. You know what? I'll tell you that I got an insider. Not personally, but I know. I watch a video of a guy. I watch a guy's channel who has an insider. The reason the names are all in it.
Yeah.
The reason the names are in it is that when Adam was still young, he grew up on Eternia for a while before he got sent to Earth. Mm-hmm. And during that time, he named all of the guys so he remembered who they were. So it's his kid names for people.
Which makes sense.
Like it's not going to be Kronos. He's like, oh, that's Trapjaw. He calls them Trapjaw, even though his name is Kronos. So it's what Adam named the guys to remember them.
The kid mentality.
The kid mentality named them.
That time.
Isn't that?
He's got a jaw that looks like a trap, and he's called Trapjaw. Even if you call him something cool, he still has that stupid jaw attached to his face. You got a guy who looks like a bee. It's like, oh my God, is this a guy from the Simpsons or what?
Buzz Off, yeah. Yeah, but they're named all of that. Yeah, but I mean, it's like Master Blaster. Why is he called Master Blaster? Because that's an awesome name. It's like, like Wes and Lord. What is Lord Humongous? Like, it's like that's not a
glad
thing.
That they came up with a workaround for you guys.
Yes, Sidney Sweeney.
Utter those names without embarrassment in public.
I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, his name is Kronos, so there you go. Go home.
Yeah. Right,
and I've got a big Trapjaw right there.
Well, I've got a robot called Microtron that's got a giant.
Sure, Microtron's fine.
What are you gonna do?
Okay, that's it. We're gonna go.
Yep.
So
it was the drill dick that did it, right?
Yes. Everybody, check everyone's links. Charlie's got a podcast. Make sure you watch that because I gotta go. We can't even plug anything. I'm on tomorrow. Steve's on with me, whatever stream he wants to come on. Charlie's doing his action and horror movie stuff coming up, so check all that out. Some of us are going to be back for War Room on Wednesday, and Ross will see you on the next one, which will probably be Jugger Backseater came in at the end. Thank you, buddy. Say hi real quick. You say hi and bye. We're out.
Brother.
Guys, thanks for watching. Hardware is an awesome movie. You should watch it. It's 10 out of 10. Ross, despite what Ross says, believe us that it's 10 out of 10. Anyways, that's it. We got to go. Good journey.
Hey friends, you've just been listening to J-Man, and he is the smartest person who ever lived. So make sure you like and subscribe.